king. Cruising around with nowhere to go, watching the world through a blurred window. Take all comers but they too slow, breaking through all known barriers. So run your car, not your mouth, 'cause out here there's no room for cowards. A flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're the drift king. You lost your crown, lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. A flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're the drift king. Who is the king? Who is the king? Cruising around with nowhere to go, watching the physical world implode. Take all comers but ain't no show, so what next but the sound barrier? So run your car, not your mouth, 'cause out here there's no room for cowards. A flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're the drift king. You lost your crown, lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. A flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're the drift king. So run your car and not your mouth, out here there's no room for cowards. Lost your crown and lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. Run your car and not your mouth, out here there's no room for cowards. Lost your crown and lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace.
Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious.
Hello, chat.
Hello,
And
chat.
chats alike.
Chat and
All
Chatterino
the chats.
and Chatesca.
Hey, Chatterino, Chat Farlamule,
Yes, exactly.
like Bartholomew.
Oh
Is
my
that a real
goodness.
name? We'll never know.
Close
It's a
enough.
fake one. It's invented by the federal government.
I mean, our old name's fake. And
Yeah.
My name
Someone's
is.
like, hey, that's a made up word. All words are made up. Yeah.
My words aren't. My words are perfect.
Excuse me.
They're the best words
Only the best
Best
words.
words.
and most beautiful words.
I'm not late. No, you are right on time.
Words so good
Chad.
you wouldn't believe them.
Yeah, I can't.
Only the best words, ladies and gentlemen.
But perhaps the best words in the history of the universe.
Something like that.
Some, people come up to me every day and they say, okay, I'm done.
Oh goodness. Sorry, chat, that I was a couple minutes late. Had to take care of some stuff. Stomach has decided to identify as not feeling good today, so you need to help my stomach figure out how to identify as not feeling sick. It should be fine. I think I know what's wrong with it, but
My stomach
So
sexually
everyone giving you
identifies
real
as
IDs
ouch
to
and
be
hurt.
you.
exactly.
Yeah, ouch and hort. Actually, it's hort with an O instead of a U.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's the Keebler and the hentai
Because
creature.
hort,
Hentai creature. I don't know what you mean
the
by that.
hentai creature.
That's supposed to be me, or is that Mizu?
I mean, honestly, it could be either of you.
It could be.
You're the one with the dildo sponsorship.
Had. I don't have it anymore.
That
Last
is
I
true.
checked.
I mean,
Last-
do they not, like, don't they still sell it?
I think they do, but I'm not getting sponsored for it anymore.
How does that
I
work?
guess that's fair.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
wondering
That's a
how
good
that works
question.
because it's still using your IP.
They might be. They might be. They might be. I should take a
Might
look
be
into
something.
the.
Might be something our new company might need to look into.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll take a look at it. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I do want to use that. I mean, like the thing is, I can't really use that art for anything else, because it does have the
Right.
the dildo. It wasn't even a dildo, Mizu. It's a pocket pussy.
Well, that
How
just
many-
makes it lame and gay at that point.
How many people
know,
actually
yeah,
know?
yeah,
I mean,
that
I guess
just
you
makes
could
it
use it
straight
as a
gay.
dildo, but like, you know, I
You know what? That's honestly what they should do. They should create like a unisex sex toy that's both a pocket pussy and a dildo at the same time.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now because it's on my merch table because I have like a little shrine to all of the Occo merch. And I could definitely see a
Right.
woman shoving that in there, you know?
I still so desperately want that fucking card. The playing card of me. I want it so bad.
I'm surprised you never got a copy. I'll send it to you.
I never got a copy.
Anyway, chat. Happy Findom Fridays.
I did find out why I never got a copy.
Oh, why?
But they stopped making them because, oh, woe is me, I've used AI art, so obviously I'm worse than Hitler. That's what
That sounds
that's
about
what
right.
Rach told me anyway.
Really?
Yeah, straight
So
up.
I got one copy and
I
that's
asked
it.
him recently about it.
That's
Yeah,
gay.
they stopped making there's copies that have been made, but the artist or whoever stopped making them because some of us have used AI art. Okay, so some people in my chat are wondering what the heck I'm talking about. Luckily, I have the picture just on hand. So here, chat, if you check my screen, this was in the form of a playing card. There are physical copies of this playing card, as well as playing cards for Occo and a few others, aren't there?
Yep.
Yes. Yes, pretty
Yeah.
much.
And sadly, whoever was behind these cards decided, oh, AI art bad, so I'm gonna stop making these.
That's funny. What did I enter into? Yes. The answer is yes. Anyway, happy
Brick
Findom
by
Fridays, chat. Hope you guys are having a good one.
Fridays.
Yeah. I decided to Nobody
Oh
else
my
is
God,
using
that's
that.
Great.
So why not?
Yeah, no, nobody else uses that. That's perfect.
I think Kirsch uses it as a meme, but like not really. So I'm taking it. It's my name now.
Oh my God, she's got.
Thank
no
you for the
Wings
5.
cannon.
Good evening, guys. Hope everyone
The
is
wings
doing
are
well.
technically
Can't
made
wait
of
to
magic.
start VTubing once Leaflet
yeah, they are
completes the
canon.
program she's working on.
Thank you, Alpha Chad. Alpha Chad brings up a good point. Did you guys see the VTubing program that thank you, Internet Zen, for 13 months.
Yes.
Did you guys see what Ava was working on,
What
Mizu?
Leaflet's working on, yeah.
Or excuse me, yeah, Leaflet. Leaflet was working on a special project.
I did not.
So she is able to turn a PNG into a working live 2D model now, using AI programming.
Just about. It's like a hybrid between the two. It looks like a much more refined version of those who remember my early days when I had a collection of different GIFs that were like on a green screen that I would select and switch through with
Yeah.
hotkeys. Leaflet's created this system where basically these PNGs are animated and have certain animations that can be keyed into, it'll detect that you're laughing, it'll play the laughing animation, it'll actually allow you to link things with hotkeys, I think. But it basically just creates little animations of your PNG tuber that can be triggered by a variety of ways. So it's very much a user-friendly version of like the early shit of when I was doing.
Here, let me actually. I pulled it up on the main screen. If you guys want to look, I'll show you what Banana Juju.
me.
Banana Juju is like testing it out.
But that was amazing.
This
I
is
saw
like
what she did. I'm like, wow.
this is what Banana Juju was able
was
to do with
impressive.
it.
Damn, let me pop out chat. Sully can do this.
It looks uncanny. Oh, I'm not gonna deny it doesn't look uncanny. But this was with Leaflet's work that Leaflet made, and Leaflet did.
Not just that, but this was, really quick. I imagine if you get into it and you refine it and you work on it, I imagine you can make it seem a little less uncanny.
Probably. But like the fact that Leaflet was able to do this, and now you're able to potentially do this with PNG and turn that PNG into something more tangible.
Imagine this for people who are like VTubers and stuff who are traveling, but they might not have a laptop that's powerful enough to run their VTuber setup.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a great step forward, and it's an excellent use of AI in my opinion, and it's also causing the quote-unquote industry to fucking lose their goddamn minds, and I'm all here for it.
No, yeah, I agree. It's just actually crazy. Because, like, as technology just gets better and better, this is the evolution that you're going to see. You're going to see AI come in and do these extra things. And I think that, like, I'm still going to use... I don't think this is probably going to replace me getting a rigger to rig my model for me. But, like...
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I mean, for a lot of people, though...
If it helps, I'm grateful.
You just made the threshold to even entering PNG tubing far lower than it has ever been in the past.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think it looks very interesting, and I honestly think that Leaflet is doing a good. A lot of people are very upset. A lot of people are very angry with this, and I'm like, you know what? Keep doing it.
So many people are.
Keep doing it. I told Leaflet, I was
funny?
like, please keep
People
doing
are
it.
so upset. Rev made a fucking video on it, and I just had my first Twitter
exposure
appearance from on a Rev video. Yeah,
Rev exposure,
whatever the fuck you'd call that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, guys, calm down. Maybe it is the end of the world for some of these people. The people who are... And here's the thing, too. Leaflet has been going around showing and posting a lot of people going, hey, I use Vroid. I tried to get a commission for a PNG tumor model. They freaking ghosted me. They did this. They scammed, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Well, it's me. What do I do? What do I turn to?
Yep.
Before I got my first PNG, my 2D live model, I was scammed, I think, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
Before
you
I
told me
even
about
got my
that.
Psycho model. Like, yeah, it's like, this is a great entry into the space without it being like rolling the dice and maybe getting scammed.
Yeah, I think a lot of people need
artists,
to...
You really only have yourselves to blame.
I think that a lot of people need to recognize that artists aren't infallible individuals, and so this is just like... This is just a thing that is a consequence of the market trying to improve. Thank God for capitalism,
Yeah, I mean, this wouldn't be a threat as a market replacement if you guys weren't fucking up all the time. The same way that AI translators would not be a threat to localizers if they weren't fucking up all the time.
I agree. I agree. Dominar says cope, seethe, and mold. I agree. Cope, seethe, and mold. Whiny ass people on
I think
Twitter.
a proper artist and rigor will absolutely
fine.
still be able to do. Yeah, they're gonna be doing just fine. Again, this is an entry-level thing, and it's funny. The artists freaking out about this are the artists who would probably charge a few $100s for even a simple PNG tuber rig, let alone a VTuber rig.
Yeah.
So it's not even affecting what their target audience would be. You know, their target clientele.
Pretty much. We get a Vimo tonight? Well, there you go. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I wanted to pull this up because I thought this was interesting. The only other thing I'm going to pull up, chat, we talked about it last night, the Emaru situation.
Yeah.
And I am already, like, getting pissed off right now. Because we have had people that have, like, called Mizkif a rapist. And have called him all manner of things. When the facts of what was reported on by Emaru does not support the idea that he is a rapist or a sexual assaulter. I'm pretty sure now. I can't remember for sure, so I'm just gonna say I could be remembering this wrong. That Tectone was one of the people that also walked on that line and also said a whole bunch of horrible things about Mizkif. Well,
and he's still saying all of that, by the way.
Well,
But he's trying to walk back
yeah. He's walking back a lot of his shit. Like, if I remember,
he is.
if I could remember correctly, Tectone's, like, original thing was just, like, saying that he supported Emaru all the way. He was, like, hard on saying that Emaru was in the right, all that kind of shit. I think he did his signature, just wait and see, guys. I know things that you don't know. And now it seems like he is basically walking back his stance on it. Probably because Emaru's, claim might actually go forward. And she might actually have to defend herself in court. So, we're going to listen to what he has to say. I was curious. I don't know. You weren't there last night. So what do you think did you watch Mizkif's video?
So I haven't watched Mizkif's video.
Okay.
I think him making his video was incredibly dumb decision, especially when he's at what could be a turning point for him, you know, legally speaking. I think anything that you put out onto the public record when you have active litigation going on is just usually just a poor move. And I will say, Mizu, at this point, do we just need to switch out your jar? It's gotta be full by this point.
Yeah. No, it just always makes me laugh that people insist that, like, there's no way he could ever, like, come back from this. I'm like, you saying that is exactly why he can.
Yeah, and here's the thing. We said it when we read the initial allegations, the main complaint from Emaru against Mizkif, and quite literally, they to the letter of the law alleged SA in a way that was like, yeah, you can't walk that back. Even though, to their own accounts, we could tell for the facts, it's like, well, no, you went to say no, he immediately withdrew. There was a lot of things that was weird with it. And we knew that that was going to be the weakest point of the case, and the point that would probably get her in trouble, and here we are.
Yeah, it's like the main crux of it. It's why people are calling him a rapist these days. And so I want to go through this because I think that, again, Tectone is trying to walk it back. I think he's trying to get ahead of it now because I think he sees where the winds are going. I think he sees, oh shit, people are slowly probably going to change against her. And yeah, so I'm just going to play this for people so that we can see what he's saying.
Which, by the way, I also believe he didn't do it. You know, I like being completely fair. Like, would it be? And he should.
Hold on,
and
what?
I'm not gonna lie, I think Miz knocked it off the ballpark with his video. Great. I'm glad. I think Miz is doing a very smart job.
Bro, what the heck?
Wow, dude, this is fucking wild.
I'm sorry for pausing so quickly, but this guy is a fucking retard. Why are people not recognizing that this guy is fucking retarded? Oh my gosh, why do people pull so much water for this guy? I hate him so much.
He's playing cleanup right now.
I hate this man
That's
so
what he's doing
much.
here. He's playing cleanup. Which, just remember, how fucking, I mean, he would go against and fucking bring down the most intense amounts of hate for any woman who would actually make that accusation. But for Emeru, it's alright. Like, oh yeah, no, Emeru fucked up with that. What do you mean? Like, other people, you would fucking be calling for them to be flayed alive and burned in hell itself. But with Emeru, it's just, oh yeah, she messed up there.
Oh, I'm so pissed off right now.
He's the one who said false accusers need to be charged with the crime that they falsely accused.
Yeah.
Are we doing that with Emeru?
Thank you for the 5, Lobert.
Which jar is fuller? Alex Jones was right. Babylon B is just New York Times 3 months in advance. Mizu was right.
I think Mizu's got a little bit of catching up to do. You think so? You think Mizu has been right more?
Yeah, no, it's yeah, sorry. Because here's the thing. Now, Alex Jones has been right about a shocking amount of things. He's gotten a couple things so bad that it put a crack in his right jar and it drained some of those funds.
No, that's fair.
So, Mizu is absolutely ahead when it comes to the right jar.
Have I seen Rob's media video on Tectone? Which one? I watched both of them. Actually, I think there might be 3 on him now. But, yeah.
I just keep adding more.
God damn.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Anyway,
3 of them, Jesus.
let's continue.
Of saying, guys, this one thing she said I did, I didn't do. Which, by the way, I also believe I didn't do it. I like being completely fair. Like,
To be completely honest with you, that's the entire crux of the live stream. The reason why she's getting sued is because of the one thing that she claimed that he did. Like it tears down the entirety of that live stream that she did. Oh my gosh.
I mean, there's still plenty there that you can get Mizu for in terms of like threatening, breach of contract, all kinds of stuff that you can get him for. Miskiff, yeah, sorry. But
don't
like
sue me.
again, that it was so disjarring and disorienting when amongst all these other accusations, they throw that essay stuff in there. That's where you fucked up. That's where you fucked. Now the other causes of action might very well go through or get farther, but that one totally fucked you over. It gave him right to countersue, and that you never do that.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I have not seen
Chat spinning wheel of death.
I have not seen Rob's media video on Chibi Reviews, to be honest with you. I know Mizu might have. Mizu, did you watch his video on Chibi Reviews?
I did not.
I didn't know he made one.
Fair enough.
People asked me if I would, and I would review it on stream, but then I noticed that he has me blocked, like, preemptively, so I was like, well, that's kind of gay.
That's fair. I don't think he has me blocked. I haven't checked, but like I have reviewed his Tectone videos, and his Tectone videos are pretty solid. Oh man, that's funny. All right, let's continue.
Would it be really good for me to go live and say, I think Miz is a rapist. I think Miz is a rapist. No, because the reality is, I don't need to lie.
Again, I could be wrong, but didn't you do that didn't you do that as soon as she came out and made all these claims? I swear, I need to see what he said before. I'm gonna pull out my hair.
She just gave me $20.
Thank you
so
for the
obviously,
20.
I agree with everything.
Sorry.
Considering how fickle artists in VTubing
Oh.
are, refusing to work with VTubers because, insert reason, usually pro, anti-loli or politics, artists have no one but themselves to blame for AI taking their jobs.
No, I agree. I agree. Sorry, what were you saying, Ava?
Especially when they lock themselves out. Well, I forgot, but that's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
That's just ADHD. No, you're good. You're good. It was quite literally. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. He just did all the glazing he's gonna do for Miskiff, and now he's gonna be like, I don't need to lie to expose Miskiff as a shitty person. He's gonna go into all of that. But like he said, he did his coping part, and I guarantee you, next words out of his mouth are gonna be shitting on Miskiff.
The next part is the seething.
Yeah, exactly. He was just coping. He's about to be seething.
Go back to his original. I unfortunately don't have his original video. I would like to see his original stream that came out after the Emeru stuff happened, because I know he was on her side. I knew for a fact he was on her side because everybody was on her side, and it was really easy for everybody to say be on her side, except for me and Mizu and Ava and everybody else that was in that stream. Basically, everybody in that stream was like, "Yeah, no."
Also called out that part of the main complaint and went, "Yeah, this was your biggest mistake here, and it could kill you." Legally speaking.
Gosh, damn. All right. Anyway.
And yeah, that was a big issue.
Anyway, let's continue.
To make someone look bad. And the reason why that is because there's hundreds of other things I could say that already make this guy look like a piece of shit. Right? I do genuinely think he's an abuser. I think that if you are someone who's...
It's very backhanded. And to be honest, I understand.
And he just called him an abuser, by the way.
Like, we can all agree that Mizkif is a shitty guy. All right? I 100% agree.
Yeah, definitely.
But, like, I think this man needs to just shut his fucking mouth. He needs to shut his mouth.
I don't know. I think Asmon did it best when he went, "Hey, I'm in active litigation with this guy. I'm not gonna fucking talk about it."
Yeah, but Tectone isn't in litigation, so he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
even though
I know,
Tectone
but
needs to keep
Tectone
his
should
mouth
just,
shut.
in general, learn to just keep his opinion to himself, and especially when it comes to his friends and former friends being active litigant. You want to be dragged into these lawsuits? This is how you get dragged into these lawsuits.
Yeah.
If that can happen.
Screaming in your partner's face and punching holes in walls and breaking property because they have more viewers than you in Rust? Well, I think you're a psychotic individual, and I think that you should absolutely never be in a relationship ever again. And that's the cold, hard truth of it. But Emmy, and I'm just going to keep it a buck, Emmy was fucking retarded. She was absolutely fucking retarded. She had a great story. She could have told it well, but then she had to throw in some bullshit.
Great story. Oh my god. I mean, like, again, nobody's gonna deny that he wasn't crazy in that relationship, but I think that they both were, based off of the information that I got from him and the information I got from her. They both sucked in that relationship. It was literally like watching Better Call Saul, where you've got Saul and Kim, and they both suck when they're both together.
It actually reminds me of that scene from Rick and Morty where Cherry and Beth go to space therapy, and their freaking monsters break out, and the therapist just goes, "Oh my god, they're codependent," and it's just horror from there. And I think that's what it was. And Maru and Mizkif were far too codependent, and it got toxic fast. And and there's no winner when it comes to the Mizkif Amaru relationship.
I would agree. Thank you for 16 months, Sly, and thank you for the jewels earlier there, Dark Impulse. Appreciate it.
Fucking retarded. She had this motherfucker dead to rights. Had him on 99 other things. She gave him an out. Literally retarded. Literally retarded. Dumb as fuck. Dumb as fuck. And honestly, fuck them both.
Why did it take you until the fact that he's probably gonna take her to court to say that? Why did it take until a judge said, "I'm gonna let this man sue her," for you to say that? Why couldn't you say that back then?
Exactly.
Because I said that back then. We said that back then. Why are you adopting that? Because let me tell you what's gonna happen now. If Tectone, because I believe this. If Tectone is adopting this, that means that if Asmongold wasn't being sued, I think he would probably adopt something similar. But I think you're going to start seeing the sentiment towards Emaru change now. And I think in a couple of months, everybody's just going to say that she's a Me Too whore, and she's going to get outed from the entirety of the gang. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Tectone is sounding the alarm that everybody's choosing to out her, basically.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's already happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we will see it, we will see the signs for that fall into place over the next, couple weeks, couple months. But, like, I imagine these, we already know these high-tier streamers have, like, freaking group chats and shit with each other. They plan lots of shit out. I imagine they've already 86'd Emaru from the streamer group, and it's just a matter of, it publicly being caught up on.
It's just like, why didn't you do that?
We're covering a bit of drama chat.
Yeah, we'll jump over.
We're just covering drama.
We'll jump over to the Reckless Ben after this clip here. But like legitimately, why wasn't this done like when she first came out with this? Because again, if Emeru was literally a raging leftist that followed Hassan Piker, all of these people would be going around Mizkif and saying how oppressed he is as an individual. But because she is on their side, it took this long for them to say this, and it pisses me off. Thank you.
That's a big dude.
Headcanon. The beginning of the end for Mizkif and Emiru started when Emmy proved she could perform a backwards long jump in Super Mario 64 while Miz couldn't. Gay baby jail for both of them.
Oh man, that's funny. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that because I've never really played Mario 64 to its completion. But if you have a woman that is able to do that and you can,
well, it's not really something you do normally.
I mean, fair. But what I'm saying is,
it's an exploit.
If you both are like heavy players of the game and your woman knows how to do it and you don't, yeah, I would probably sentence you to gay baby jail.
It's not even that she knew how to do it. It's just that she did it easier than him.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
It really was not that big of a deal.
That's fair.
Which is why it was so cringe that he was so mad about it.
Yeah, no, that sounds cool. Yeah, the only thing that made it a big deal was how upset Mizkif got. That's the only thing that like made that. Oh, okay, that's kind of gross.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you, Internet Zenmaster. I appreciate that.
Eva, we're talking about Tech1 here. He's not known for his intellect. If he could keep his mouth shut and not choke on his own feet every time, he might provide a decent analysis.
Very true. And thank you, Wolfsbane. I appreciate that.
From MommaOcco.
I hate saying this because snakes are such misunderstood creatures that I love, but a snake is going to snake, and Tech1 is a snake.
I agree. I
don't know. I think Arthur Morgan said it best when he said, "He's a rat, Dutch."
All right, we've got about another minute
Ridiculous.
here, so
Fucking
let's go
ridiculous.
through it.
Not gonna lie, I think Miz not out of the park. Yeah, no, I'm glad. Listen, man, at the end of the day, I think you are absolutely wrong if you're calling Mizkif a rapist. But I do think you're right if you call him a piece of shit, abusive human being.
Yeah, probably. I would be careful again with using abusive.
There's enough present there. No, abuse is fine as long as it's vague. Like you can't say, "Oh, he's a sexual abuser." Now that's
I mean, yeah, sexual abuser is a crime.
There's enough out there that Mizkif 100% meets a couple definitions of quote-unquote abuse.
Yeah.
Punching holes in walls and shit like that, you don't do that. The courts do not like when you do that.
No, yeah, I would agree. It definitely sounded like he was the way more physical one in that relationship, and she was probably the more emotional one in terms of who was what kind of abuse both sides perpetrated.
Well, it's funny because even though a lot of his quote-unquote abuses is quote-unquote physical, I still view it more mental than physical because I don't think he would ever raise a hand against Emeru, actually.
Oh, I don't think he would actually raise a hand against her either.
He's being loud, he's being violent, but he's not actually physically affecting Emeru. He is mentally affecting Emeru. So I still, even though it's, abuse, I consider that less physical and more mental because he's trying to change her emotional, make her scared or whatever the fuck he's trying to do without actually physically touching her.
Pretty much. Testing to see if this summons a wiggler. Well, it seemed it did. Thank you. All right, let's continue.
That's pretty much all you really need to leave it as. Hope that helps. By the way, if you want to see how well Mizkif is doing, I gotta show you this. So if you go to Mizkif's
from MommaOcco.
Thank you.
Twitter.
Methinks Eggman is speaking from experience here. And OCCO, you're forgetting the Kirby plushies. Emmy was totally physical with Mizkif. This is a joke.
Notwithstanding, yeah, you are correct. She was definitely physical with Mizkif.
Yes,
I'm sure those plushies are very traumatic.
I would say, she included the built-in safety net of being physical with fucking plushies. If I'm gonna throw anything because I'm that upset, I have the presence of mind to choose a soft, pliable plushie. Frankly, like that's you're fine.
A bullet bill. You get a bullet bill just to throw at somebody. Lead-lined plushies, very evil.
What are those? They cut like them these new things. I saw one of the kids at the property here actually has one, but they come in like this little basket, and they're like a little ball of sludge with a face on it. And sometimes it's sparkly, sometimes you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the fuck, the buns, the steamed bun plushies.
Yeah, the steamed bun plushie. It's not a
it's a slime squishy thing.
You're gonna beam someone in the side of the head and you taking them out.
Yeah.
Do not throw that plushie.
So, unironically, that is a very normie thing to buy because like it's a collectible thing where most of them are going to be normal, but there's like a very rare chance that you get a diamond one, and the diamond one is special.
Yeah, there's a sparkly. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, great. Gambling mechanics in our children's toys. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Anyway, we've only got about 30 more seconds with this clip.
He made images of Sophia and him.
Are you allowed to mention her name, by the way? That's his girlfriend that he has a protective order against. Are you allowed to mention her name?
He can say Sophia. He can say her name. That would be crazy if he says her name and they get him for that. I would fucking lose my goddamn mind.
I mean, fair.
Full rebel, no. He can say her name. He can't disparage her. He can't redefame her. There's a lot of things he can't do, but he can say her name.
Okay, good. You want to know why Mizkif did that, by the way?
Well, this is the thing I'm confused about, because I heard him say, he said something about like edited or generated.
They're not edited. Those are real pictures.
Yeah, they're just real pictures. And I've heard multiple people make this claim,
pictures.
and you would think if anybody knew that they weren't edited, it would have been Tectone.
They aren't edited.
Right.
Those are real images that Mizkif took
They look
with
like
her.
real pictures.
No, yeah, they're real pictures.
Yeah.
The reason why he took them is because he wanted to spite Tectone.
Yeah.
Right.
They are purely
I mean, we already
for
figured that
spiting
out.
Tectone. They are not fake, though.
It's adorable.
But that's what I mean, is Tectone
In
sounds
a
like
way
he's
that
about to
people
go down
go
the,
these-
their fake route. And it's like, well,
Yeah,
They're not
that's
fake.
what it sounds like.
why do you
and
all
it's
keep
weird.
saying
Yeah, but
that?
He's laughing about it.
Like,
Yeah.
they all keep
It's
saying
weird.
this. It's like, why do you all keep
Yeah,
saying these are fake images when you all know they're not?
Unironically, I do think some of these people try and coordinate or talk about these kinds of things together, and that's just like I think
absolutely.
you guys. I said this earlier today, but I'm getting really disappointed with some of the people in the right wing, and it's just like, guys, come on now. You're supposed to be the quote unquote more rational people, and yet you've got Tectone in your
Yeah,
corner,
you know what? It's so
excusing
funny.
everything that he does. You've got so many other things that are just getting wrong. You need to stop because you're letting the people on the left look slightly less bad by comparison, and I hate that. Go ahead.
Yeah, everyone gets dirty if you decide to play in the mud. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you for the fire, Professor Keen. Please don't throw Eva Mizkif. I know she's plushie sized and just as cuddly as one, so she's easily confused for a plushie. What the fuck? No. Don't throw me at Mizkif. I'd be terrified.
That that would be terrifying.
Did you see Mizkif? It's one of my opening clips. Is quite literally Mizkif making Fillion fucking like as uncomfortable as
that's a
possible.
Oh
big
jeez. Here, chat.
That's a big-
I did
that's
see
a
that.
big
Yes,
deal.
actually, I do remember
It's
that.
hard for me to take any of this seriously because normal people, hell, most celebrities keep their relationship drama tight-lipped. It honestly seems this
Yeah,
drama
they
is
do.
just for clicks.
It kind of is. Also, I'm being told that Sophia is his current fiance. Oh, okay. So the woman in the picture is not the woman that he has a TRO against. It's his actual fiance
Okay,
that
so
he
it's
has
his
right
actual
now,
conflict. Okay, so
which is
yeah,
kind of funny, by the
totally.
way.
Yeah, no, Mizkif is absolutely bringing these up and putting this on his profile.
It's for Tectone.
To rage bait Tectone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is for
that's
Tectone.
total Tectone rage bait.
The funny part is it worked.
Yeah, it clearly worked, because look, he's laughing in the way that tells me he's trying to make it seem like he doesn't care when in fact he cares deeply.
You know what? I should have recognized that because I have seen pictures of Pink Chew. Because she's like a goth woman. And the last time I saw pictures of her, it was when Legal Mindset accidentally tweeted pictures of her and he didn't know who she was.
Oh, yeah.
I believe him that he didn't actually know who she was, and he deleted them
Yeah, I
because
don't think he
Tectone
knew.
told him who that she was. But yeah, I should have recognized that, but I did not. Anyway, let's finish this here. We're
That's
almost
funny.
done.
He made images of Sophia and him, his profile picture and his banner. And he titled his community the Tectone Free Zone. Brother, I don't think if you're this bothered by me that you call your Twitter community the Tectone Free Zone. Like, dude, this guy, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you're both bothered.
I
by
think
each other,
they're
let's be
both
real.
bothered by
Yeah,
each
you
other.
both
I'm gonna
think-
be honest
Look,
with you.
It's one of those fucking relationships where, like, if I'm on the side watching this, I'm gonna randomly scream, just fuck already, please. Get it over with. We're tired of watching.
No
Yeah.
more of this will they, won't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like, can keep this shit out of here.
pretty much.
Get a room, God.
Yeah, I'm noticing that, like, I'm just tired of team sports. And I know that there's going to be a lot of people that do the team sports thing. I'm fucking tired of it. Stop
Yeah.
doing the fucking team sports thing. Otherwise, like, you're just going to have eggs on your face more often than not. So I just need people to stop doing that. Anyway, let's move on to the Reckless Ben stuff. I think this is the first time
Do it.
I've had Mizu in on a stream where we talk about the bricks and minifigs stuff. Mizu, what do you know about the
I think Razor
situation?
popped in at the end of part 1
Did he? I can't remember.
that we were watching.
I did.
Just
Oh,
for a
okay.
bit.
What do you know about the
No, like-
situation?
No, because I know a decent bit about it. Because me and Ava have talked about it
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, we've talked about it too.
Fair enough.
Lots of legal stuff going on here and stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough. There is a lot now between the last video and the most current two. 1 month has passed and a lot of information has been put out there. One of the pieces of information that I
Yeah.
thought was interesting that I kind of wanted to bring up that I didn't see in either of these videos is that Bricks and Minifigs is failing as a company, and they were failing as a company before
Big
all of this
time.
happened. They've actually been
Yes.
having a hard time making money, and so
Yeah, for a while.
a lot of people are starting to speculate if the damages that they might try to use in court, if it actually goes to court. Now I'm starting to wonder if there's not going to be a court case or if they're just going to try and settle out of court. I think that that's probably what's going to happen. Could be wrong.
Well, see, there's speculation that the brothers have literally used litigation to steal the company from their father.
They did. No, I believe that they
It's-
did.
It's rumored that they are stubborn enough to try and take this through to the end. There's a lot of people saying that they had, like, just knowing about them and about their, their business history and how stubborn they really are. When it comes to this shit, they might actually white knuckle it through and just drag Ben through the whole fucking thing.
Which I think is gay.
Which would suck. Yeah, it'd be super fucking
my
gay.
God, she's
I'm gonna let
got
everyone know
milkers.
right now.
Tech1 and Mizcup is the new heated rivalry.
Agreed. Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. I'm gonna let everyone know right now. I'm going to be silent and glowing for the first part of the intro because there is court audio that I heard before I clicked off. I'm like, I had to react to this with Occo. But the fucking either it's Bricks and Minifigs lawyer or the state's lawyer, whoever the fuck, is literally wanting to commit a Brady violation because he believes that Reckless Ben will just use what they give him for content.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not an excuse to commit a Brady violation and not give over what you're legally required to give over.
Okay, you're
Anyway,
going too far into the
first part I'm
future
gonna
there.
glow.
You're going too far in the future there. We'll
Well,
talk
no.
about it when it comes up because I do
I
have.
mean, it's literally the first 30
I
seconds.
do have a well
I'm just
before
saying
we
the
watch
first 30
that.
seconds I'm gonna glow.
Before we watch that, I did want to watch the video before it because I do believe that like
Oh, I can talk
it was
again?
worth. Yes, even though it's only like 30 seconds and it's him saying, "Hey, my TRO is done." I still want to show it for people just
His
for.
TRO is done, by the way, with a caveat. The federal judge who did take strip down the TRO did leave a couple things in, but it shouldn't affect him as long as he's not retarded.
Yeah, his TRO is basically don't go near these people, don't threaten these people. You're allowed to talk about them. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Good evening, Squidder, Puddle, and Kebbler. I honestly don't care who's gonna win or not. I just want to see Mizkef, Emmy, and Egghead get cooked.
Fair enough. I would like some eggs. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair. Some eggs and bacon.
Anyway, let's watch this 30-second video, and then we'll jump on to the main one here. And when we jump onto the main one, chat, I will pull up Power World, and I'll be playing Power World in the background while we go through this.
Well, they tried to pause and interrupt minimally.
Yeah, well, no, we
Because
won't.
I have about an hour.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
I was wrongfully silenced.
I am no longer allowed to even mention this mystery company.
But today, I got my freedom of speech back.
I have my freedom of speech back, baby. I can say whatever I want. I can say bricks and minifigs sucks. I can say bricks and minifigs still old people. And look, I just said it. I'm not in jail, which is sick. We got our First Amendment right back. Yeah.
Episode 3 is live right now on Patreon, so check it out. If you don't
How
wanna
many high
subscribe to
places
Patreon,
did
then
you
can always
find?
just wait.
Well, I don't think I don't think a lot of people know this, but Reckless Ben got his start slacklining on top of 2 buildings, and the police had to get called in order to get him down.
Okay, so that's... Okay, this makes sense now, because I'm like, dude, you're on top of an antenna somewhere, and now you're on a mountain. What's happening?
No, yeah, that's like how he got his start, is by slacklining. He is literally an LA
Gotcha.
bro that likes to, like, it's so
Okay.
Gen Z, because like I know a lot of Gen Z bros
Okay, Gen
that love
Z.
to slackline and all that kind of
So
shit.
his name isn't Reckless Ben for no reason.
Yes,
Yeah, I got you. This
Yes.
actually makes way more sense now.
pretty much. Anyway, that's pretty much all of that video I wanted to watch. That was basically just an advertisement for the third video. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to start the third video
I'm about
here,
to go to
but I am going to pop it out, and we're going to change the screen for Ava and Mizu so that they see just that. But chat, you are going to see it right here. I'm going to make it a
Yeah,
little
look at that.
bit.
That was so cool.
I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that chat can see it more. And like I said, I'm going to be playing Power World. Now, I do need to hide the screen so that I don't accidentally show the IP for the server I'm joining.
Right.
There we go. Once I join it, I'll re-show the screen. And for this video, I am going to put it on 1.25 because Ava said that she can't stay the entire time. So my hope is that we can get through a good chunk of this, because this is almost 50 minutes of a video here. It's a long boy. It's a long boy video.
Yeah, it's a long boy video.
Yep. Now,
like I said during this first part, I'm going to glow. It's the most infuriating audio, I think, from the court cases in the entire freaking thing, just because of the gall to go, yeah, I'm not going to do my job as an attorney because I think you're going to make content out of it.
Yeah. All right. Let's get it started then.
to court, and I don't even know what I did wrong. Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs is making up tons of lies about me to the police to try to get me thrown in jail. So I can't.
By the way, it's also worth noting that at this current point, he does not have a lawyer. When he went to court for the first time, he did not have a lawyer. And for those that are wondering why this retard didn't get a lawyer, it's because he doesn't believe in lawyers. And he only got a lawyer after he was persuaded to by actual Justice Warrior. So he has a lawyer now. He has retained counsel, but it took a while.
It was actual justice lawyer. It was the civil rights lawyer. It was like 3 fucking law tubers, guys, that had to convince him to get a fucking lawyer.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Release my documentary about them, but the crazy part is I'm not even allowed to know what they're saying I did. Legally, I'm not allowed to film inside court, so I formally requested the audio, but since there was no visual, I hired an animator to animate over it.
Okay, here's the angry part.
Right now, I kind of don't even know what I'm being charged for because all of the body cam footage has been redacted, and they say it's to protect the victims. However, I think there are some redactions that maybe don't make sense and that weren't to protect the victims, and there's some things being said about me that are redacted I don't know about.
I do have some concern.
This piece of shit.
In this case, with the defendant representing himself, the allegations here relate to the fact that the defendant, he's a person he's a YouTuber, creates videos, publishes them online, and has been. If this defendant were to represent himself and we were to provide body cams and discovery, we would be now providing additional information and fodder for this defendant to create videos from which he could profit by placing them on YouTube at the expense of our victim. I have serious concerns for that.
Now, okay. Again, he did not have a lawyer at this point. So my thought process is, they're saying that because they think they can get away with it. Because Ben doesn't have a lawyer. And because they know Ben doesn't have a lawyer, they're just going to do that.
I feel like the judge shut that down. I feel like the judge did shut that down. Like, you need to give him... You can't not give him discovery. That's a break. Like, it's lawyering 101. It's fucking... It's my cousin Vinny level of fucking law knowledge, and that's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
That he's trying to do any kind of excuse not to give him the relevant material in regards to what he's being fucking accused of. You have a right to face your accuser, and you can't do that if they don't tell you what you're fucking being charged with.
Yeah. I do think that, again, there is definitely underhanded tactics that were going on with that, because I believe that's the prosecutor. And so because of that, I'm just like, they're doing this because they know he doesn't have a lawyer. If he had a lawyer in that very first meeting, I think it would have been vastly different, in my personal opinion. And
I'm saying that Legal Mindset did some coverage of this, and he himself said that this went incredibly far south, and it wouldn't have if he had any kind of lawyer.
Yeah, this is why you get a lawyer, chat.
But this is Rick was Ben at his weakest in court.
Yes. Now he's going to be at his strongest, because I believe that some of the strongest civil rights attorneys are actually like looking to be near him.
On his side now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
he's covered now.
Yeah, pretty much. And so
Thank God.
I believe that moving forward, things are going to be vastly different because of that. And you can all be like grateful that Reckless Ben decided to stop being reckless and get a fucking lawyer. It's also unconstitutional to not tell somebody what he's accused of. I mean, I agree with you, but these people knew that this guy didn't have a lawyer, and they're like, well, what can we get away with because he doesn't know the law? I do believe that some people will do that as much as they can. He has 5 lawyers? I mean, I'd believe it. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. Anyway, by the way, this video almost has 5 million views. It's 4.7. It came out 2 days ago. It's gotten a lot of attention.
Damn good.
It is.
Yeah, a lot of people have been waiting for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the state of Utah is claiming that if they tell me what I'm being accused of, then I'll use it for content on my YouTube channel. And they can't have that.
That's what I thought.
They're arguing to the judge that the best thing to do is to not let me know what's being said about me, which is very strange, but that's their argument. And just in case you haven't been following along with this whole Lego story, this is all happening because I stepped in to help a family who got their Lego collection stolen from a company called Bricks and Minifigs. And for the last couple months, this company's been doing whatever they can to get me arrested so they can keep all the Legos for themselves. And this isn't even just me speculating. One of their own employees literally told us what their plan was.
Yep, go ahead.
I am not insulting anybody in this because it was a lot of money of Legos. But when you say it like that,
I know,
they're trying to keep all the Legos for themselves. They're
trying to keep all the Legos. Well, are we 8? What is happening right now? No, I absolutely... And this is, I think, why this is a big issue of why Ben initially had problems finding lawyers or even the men themselves, because when you tell this story off rip, I'm sorry, but even a junior associate for a firm is gonna look at you and go, yeah, okay. And it's just unbelievable. It's literally unbelievable. And until you actually bring down the numbers and be like, no, it's not just Legos. It's 200,000 worth of Legos, right? And I think the real number is closer to 100 grand worth of Legos, but still.
By now, yes.
Unless you give the context of that number, it sounds fucking silly as hell.
No, I agree.
When you pitch it to people, you need to not pitch it as they stole all my Legos. It's they stole $100,000 of highly collectible memorabilia.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they stole. Yeah, that's actually perfect in how you want to, phrase it.
Not,
we know Ben is not smart, and he's always said this. He's like, yeah, these guys stole some Legos and stuff. Like, we've seen 2 parts of his videos, and he's never been smart about the phrasing of the story when he actually tells it to the cops, to the other people, to whoever. It's always, they stole my Legos.
Yeah.
And I gotta get them back. And it's like, okay, it's more than that though. Let's use our words, please.
Exactly. It's just like, sir, please use your words. Use your words, please. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's continue.
Call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested?
Dang.
How do we get them arrested?
But eventually, Bricks and Minifigs found out that I'm not just some random kid. I'm actually a YouTuber making a documentary on the entire scandal.
So the YouTube guy is
Yeah, that's still a random kid.
Yeah, this is when things really started getting crazy.
Well, it's a random kid with a camera and a YouTube
You have a
channel.
lot of following, yes.
But you're still a random
still
kid.
A random
But
kid.
you are
Yes.
still a random kid. Like, by definition.
Dominor for 2 says, hell is full of lawyers. True. True.
Bricks and Minifigs went into ultimate defense mode and was going to do whatever it takes to prevent this documentary from coming out. First, the police got a call saying I had heroin on me. And obviously, they found nothing. But then they got a call saying that I was the one that stole the Legos. I got swatted by the entire police department.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
And we all got arrested. But right when I got out of jail, I got a warrant for my arrest for some mystery crime that I committed.
It seems like this guy might live in LA, or his last known address is in LA.
They tried
Yeah,
to
the
not.
police showed up
Wait.
to my house.
Go ahead.
They tried to not give him bail.
Yeah, they tried to do not bail. Now, what's funny is I
That's
believe
crazy.
the charge that was about is mentioned in this video. I believe.
Oh, did you not
Okay,
see what
okay.
they did to him
Because-
twice, Ava?
Yeah, no, I did. It's just wild to see his level of allegations. And like, yeah, no fucking bail.
False
Like,
allegations
okay.
with no facts.
No bail. You know, they will bail out murderers sometimes. That's how fucking. That's how often they will bond out and give bails and stuff. So it's weird.
Mm-hmm. On Mizu's side, the audio is some weird alien echo. Well, that's Mizu's side that he's got to fix up. Mizu, is the audio coming in fine for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that, Artemis.
You're gonna have to like
Yeah, same with
explain in
me.
chat what it is.
That's weird. Anyway, let's continue.
Are you sure you don't
All
have
in
like
Los
2
Angeles.
streams open?
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be funny.
Or do you mean
To
Occo's
arrest-
like weird music in the background?
I do have music in the background. It's not weird music. It's good music.
It's weird.
Wow, you
Nah,
guys
it's
suck.
weird.
I'm not hating on your music. I'm just saying.
You guys suck.
Oh, that's a terrifying freeze frame. Hey, that's
It
like
is.
the Jeffrey Dahmer freaking Lego. Look at
Jeffrey
that
Dahmer
fucking
of
smile. That
Legos.
is yeah, it's terrifying.
Wow.
That guy's about to claim my soul.
In Minecraft.
I mean, look, nobody can claim your soul in real life, so I think we're all right with that. Unless you're the Grim Reaper.
Fair enough. All right. Let's continue.
Me without bail.
He was like, just tell him he has a warrant for his arrest.
But the police couldn't arrest me.
Any idea where he actually is? No idea. Okay.
I was somewhere very far away. But
Mexico.
anyways, back to court. The judge is looking at signing a protective order to protect Josh and all of his statements about me. If this protective order gets signed, then I'll never be able to find out what he's claiming I did.
I got bad news. I don't think we have any more budget for animation, dude.
Oh, shoot. Oh, so how do we animate this next court scene? I guess if we have to not pay the lawyers, then I guess the animation's more important, right?
Yeah, we
No.
decided maybe the lawyers are actually more important. So, yeah, we ran out of animation budget. Sorry, guys.
The court's inclined to sign this pretrial protective order unless you have an objection to it, Mr. Schneider, and the objection to such an order.
Yes, I think there's a bunch of misunderstandings in this case, and so this person doesn't want to get exposed, so he's making up a lot of lies about me to order to like get me arrested before he gets exposed. So that's what this whole thing's about.
However, before
By the way, that's not how court works, and they don't really care about that. They need to know what a little bit different than just I object because this guy is wrong. I don't know. There's probably a better way that you could argue that. Probably just yes, this TRO is unconstitutional. It goes against my freedom of speech, and you should not be doing that. I will sue you if you do that. I don't know. I don't.
I mean, what's... yeah, he could be making a better argument, but what's nice is he's not too far off from an actual argument that would be made by a lawyer. They would make it far more eloquently, but it's quite literally, look, they're trying to use and abuse the court system, using false accusations to silence me before I'm able to actually expose them in the interest of the public good.
Yeah.
that would be more in the lines of like, but that's a valid argument that a judge would consider.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I just like, you can't just say, oh, I think they're wrong and there's things that aren't being considered. You have to approach this from a legal standpoint, which is again why the moment he got a lawyer is the moment that things actually got serious.
I breathed a fucking huge sigh of relief when that happened.
I was like, this man doesn't have a lawyer. He's gonna get on fucking death row. They're gonna fucking send him to death.
Sentenced to death over Legos.
Exactly, unfortunately. Oh, fuck.
I was allowed to show any of the overwhelming evidence I have to support my claims. The judge didn't care about the evidence and signed the protective order anyways.
Mr. Schneider, the court's going to sign this order and serve it upon you.
So the court has made it clear. They do not want to look at the evidence and they want to protect Josh and Brandon for some reason. And now I have to somehow fight a court case against all of these mystery crimes against me that I have no clue what they're even saying I did. So this whole mess is happening in American Fork, Utah. But I'm also being charged with another case in Provo, Utah. This is where corporate bricks and minifigs is, which is why I'm also being charged here. And this police department has surprisingly actually followed the law when it comes to discovery, and they sent me all the raw body cam footage of what I'm being charged for. Let's start at the beginning, the moment I first met the CEO. The reason I'm talking to him right now is because before exposing this company for the grand theft they committed, I thought it was in good faith to give them an opportunity to do the right thing first before I make a documentary about this.
You had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your store?
Never happened.
We've seen this
But
footage
the CEO
before.
did not want to take the opportunity to do the right thing and instead instantly called the cops on us.
Hi there, I'm calling to report a crime.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you.
What?
Who's been the one thing.
Okay, that's just blatantly lying to the police right now.
This is really good that Provo gave him all this discovery. It's going to be very good to be used. It can be used in the other court case as well, I imagine.
Yeah, I would hope so.
But yeah, this is great. We watched it. That whole interaction, Ben has it recorded, and never once did I hear him say he's gonna burn down that fucking building or that he's going to freaking kill anyone. That's an absolute insane escalation that I hope the courts fucking take very seriously.
Mormons, man. Can't believe them. Can't trust them. Oh, fuck.
You can see in the police report that the crime he wanted to get us charged for is called extortion, which basically means we're threatening him into paying us, which is very illegal. However, obviously he's just making all of this up. The reality is, I just thought it was a nice gesture to give him the opportunity to do the right thing first.
If you guys do have our Legos, we just kind of want them back, you know?
But if there's one thing I've learned from this entire experience, it's that whoever ends up doing the morally right thing just ends up getting screwed over. So now it's time to play the way Bricks and Minifigs is playing.
No.
And use their own strategy against them.
No, don't do that.
Right now, their strategy is to get me arrested before I get them arrested. So now I'm gonna Uno reverse this and get Eamon, the CEO, arrested before he gets me arrested. But if I'm going to be the reason that someone's going to jail, I should probably make sure that they definitely deserve this. So I'm going to give them one more chance to try to do the right thing first. But instead of doing the right thing and attempting to work this out, Eamon just hid in his little office. And he called the police on me.
I can tell you right now, no one's about to talk to you guys.
Really, but they told us that they were.
I know.
Normally I wouldn't want to get someone arrested, but we gave him every opportunity to talk to us, so at this point he's just arresting himself. However, the only difference between my strategy and
that's how that works.
strategy is I don't have to lie to the police. Eamon McNeff actually committed a crime. I have tons of crimes on camera that Eamon McNeff has committed. Let's start at the beginning with crime number 1.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No. So who's
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who's that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Never happened.
Eamon was first trying to claim that he's never even heard of Brian Mansell, and this guy definitely never had any Legos in a Bricks and Minifigs store. But once we showed him all of the social media posts his own company made, it was very obvious that we just caught him in a lie. So the CEO decided to change his story, and now the story is the Legos used to be in the store, but the previous owner, Crystal, she stole all the Legos right before they took over the store.
Oh my gosh, I do like that he's showing basically the extended cut of this. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So at first he's like, oh, I have no idea who you're talking about. Once you show him the proof, oh, well, actually, she stole the Legos herself.
That's been this dude's fucking problem this entire time. Even when he went on a live stream,
Yeah.
he'd fucking put his foot in his mouth, and then someone would have fucking proof for him, and then he would just fucking shift the story from there. The same thing happened with the fucking U-Haul truck and all of that. They kept fucking evolving the story as their lies were called out.
Yeah, I don't like that because he pretends he doesn't know what they're talking about, but then the moment that they actually present information that he has to refute.
Oh, you mean Val? Yeah, it's like the kid who like injures the car, right? Comes in and is like, the dad comes in, hey, come in here. What is that? And then the kid's like, what? Oh, and then you see the giant dent. Oh, you mean that? Wow, I didn't even notice that. Come on, you can't. This is some fucking high school level bullshit that you're fucking just deny and maybe they'll go away.
Yeah. Malicious and liable. I don't know if what would he be liable for?
Libel is spoken, slander is written, but he hasn't been libeled here yet.
No.
Crystal sold the Lego.
The only problem is there's security camera footage of the previous owner getting kicked out.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
Corporate just said that they're going to be the ones to take over the consignment deal with all the Legos that are still in the store. And there's extra proof that these Lego sets were still in the
It's
store.
also worth remembering that the person on the phone who said that was one of the people that was like very high up in corporate. So he is somebody that like is speaking on behalf of the company. So they can't just say, "Oh, the company didn't say this."
He's an executive, literally, that he's on the phone with.
Yeah. So they can't say that somebody that is a representative didn't speak because I was a representative of the company. So yeah, just figured I'd point that out.
The owner went into the back and started taking pictures of everything that you can verify in the metadata with the timestamps that match the exact moment she's getting kicked out, and then you can see her leave the store with nothing in her hands, proving that the sets were still in the store and the CEO is lying to us right now. But that's only one side of the story. I also thought it was fair to hear his side.
You sent a bunch of pictures of the Lego still in the back, and you can see in the security camera footage, corporate comes and throws her out.
Oh, like, great. I understand what you're talking about, but you have a misunderstanding of what has occurred, and you're taking one person's word over another person's word. You go after the party that's responsible, and you don't want to because that's not easy. You have accepted a narrative that is not real.
Okay, then explain it.
To pursue that narrative because it's easy and it gives you views and it gives you all sorts of clout and does all sorts of things that way.
So basically what the CEO is trying to explain to me is we shouldn't be looking at the evidence. Instead, I should just be taking his word for it.
No, he's lying to you.
But he hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
You can't go off as like, hey, you're only listening to one narrative and then not give your narrative.
She has his money. But she sold his Lego. She has his money.
To make it easier for you guys to understand the CEO's argument, we're going to demonstrate his argument with a little skit.
Oh, that wasn't a backflip. No. Oh, are you sure? You have a misunderstanding of what happened.
Yes, this is the exact argument the CEO is trying to make. Something we just saw on video. The CEO is saying never happened, which would mean the CEO is lying. And most people would agree that lying is morally wrong. However, if you lie about
which is
crime,
against Mormon
right
code,
then that's not just morally wrong anymore. That crosses into new territory called illegal. The specific crime is called obstruction. If someone commits this crime,
him lying
they
to
can be
you
arrested.
about something, even if there's a crime related, is not a crime in and of itself. You are not a authority figure. You don't have
illegal
any
to lie
authority
to police and to a court.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to
but
you.
You're acting like a fucking superhero now. You lied to me. That's illegal. No, sorry, dude. You're not that guy. You're not him.
You are not the guy.
Yeah, you're not the guy. You're never gonna be the guy. I had a guy, but no, I don't. You are not the guy.
Exactly. Oh.
We're at the police station, and we're going to charge him with a criminal crime, obstructing of evidence of a $200,000.
I can tell you that's not going to go anywhere.
We found out last week that all of the police in Utah take obstruction very seriously here. The police arrested my friend Sheldon for obstruction just for locking his phone.
Right now, you're attempting to destroy evidence. Okay, put your hands behind your back. I was just locking my phone.
You're under arrest for obstruction of evidence right now.
The crazy part is, the police didn't even have a warrant, so Sheldon locking his phone was 100% legal. But the police arrested him anyways because that's literally how serious the police take obstruction crimes here. They do not mess around when it comes to obstruction. So now, just imagine how angry the police are going to be when I go into the police station and tell them that someone is actually, for real this time, committing an obstruction crime. And this obstruction crime is on a much bigger scale. Later, the police called me saying that they were going to do a police investigation on this.
Hey, Benjamin, this is Officer Halperin from Provo Police.
I told the detective the entire situation.
He was saying that this family's Lego sets were never even in the store, like all of this stuff, and it's all documented. I have video of all of him saying this. I think he's like falsifying evidence, and I think that's obstruction.
And now that we stole Bricks and Minifigs' strategy, I think the plan is finally gonna work.
Looks like the CEO is going down.
I mean, I submitted the videos of Eamon saying we're gonna burn down the building and shoot him.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm gonna burn the place down. Or we're gonna burn the place down. Or I'll kill you.
And then I submitted all the raw footage of the entire conversation I had with him, proving to the police that we never even said anything close to this. This raw footage verifies that everything I told the police is true, and everything Eamon told the police is a lie. On top of that, I even got access to the complete case Eamon made against me, and he doesn't have a single piece of evidence to support any of his claims. Which I guess makes sense. Like, how can you support evidence if you're just making everything up? Like, of course you can't submit anything.
Yeah, you have two statements and
they're obviously going to pursue this case because
it looked like a ring door cam.
And then they're going to throw out Eamon's case that has no evidence at all.
The person you're trying to reach is not
3 months
So this was
later.
three. So this was 3. I'm going to assume this is 3 to 4 months ago, as of right now. I'm going to say 4 or 5 months conservatively.
This might be more recent.
Yeah. I'm going to say, yeah, I'll say conservatively it's about 3 or 4 months ago.
Hello, my name is Ben Schneider.
Because it's worth noting that the original thing happened, the timeline of the stuff that happened in Utah was like February, March, I want to say.
Yeah.
I believe.
That's when
Couple
most of
months
the.
ago, I made a case, and you were the officer that was helping me create it. I submitted a bunch of evidence through a link you sent me, and this was a couple months ago, and I haven't heard anything back. And so I'm just calling to see if I can get some type of update on how the case is going. It's about the CEO, Eamon McNeff of Bricks and Minifigs, in an obstruction case. And so if you could give me a call back at your earliest convenience, that'd be awesome.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed.
Yeah, literally no matter what I tried, I could not get a hold of this police officer.
Wait, did
so
you get
I'm traveling all
blocked
the way
by a
back to
fucking
Utah
cop?
to go back to the Provo
Sounds
police
like
station
it.
in person to see how the police investigation against Eamon is
crazy.
going. And I just so happened to get a hold of the police schedule and arrived at the exact time this officer was supposed to arrive.
I'm sorry, you got what?
Oh no! Oh no! Well, okay, so this is what.
Is that like something that's like?
Well, no. This officer is actually opened a case with him, fucking had him submit evidence, then ghosted him. He has a reason to track this officer down because this detective is the only person who can help him with this particular case. So, it would be hard to create any kind of stalking or harassment charge out of this, although it is approaching the line closer than I am comfortable with. He has a reason to track this officer down. This officer is the one who fucking made this case with him and then ghosted him and blocked his number. That's crazy.
Well, I'm not really disagreeing with that. I'm just like, how the fuck did you get this information?
But it's pretty easy. They're public servants.
Fair. Fair.
But before I could speak to this officer, one of the other police officers called into the front desk and asked to talk to me.
I'm not seeing him on duty right now.
Really? They said he was going to be here today at 3 o'clock.
There's always a chance that they might have called out sick or something.
Is there any way that you can like check if he's here, or?
He's definitely scheduled to be here. Like I said, they might have called out sick or something.
Are you able to look and see how the case is going? All I really want is kind of just an update on the case.
That's not something that I can tell you over the phone.
Okay, you can't even
Probably
tell me, like,
not
how
now.
it's going, like if it's
I'm not
still into
surprised.
it, or...
No, I can't. That's not something I can do.
Okay, well, thank you.
So basically, I came all the way out here to find 0 answers. But eventually, I did find an answer. They sent it to me in the mail. And looks like I was right. The police only had time to take on one of our cases. And it was Eamon's, not mine. Yes, the case that had an overwhelming amount of evidence. They thought that case was garbage. And they took on the case that has 0 evidence at all. In the police body cam footage, after the police watched my full conversation, proving that I didn't threaten to burn the place down or literally anything, they even admitted to Eamon that there was no credibility with his entire case against me.
We agreed that there really was no extortion code that would fit your situation. However, you know, at the end of the day, we do want to help you guys, you know, having to deal with this fool and all of his issues. We did find that there was another code that fit, and it's called aggravated.
Oh, that is really not a good thing to
The police
hear.
just told Eamon that even though there's absolutely no
What is aggravated commercial obstruction?
It sounds like a local ordinance, so I'd have to look it up.
Fair. I mean, it kind of just sounds like...
Let me do that real quick.
Commercial obstruction, I'm going to assume that means just interfering with a business.
Probably. And let's see here.
So they decided to say, oh, it's not this, but it's actually this.
Okay, here we go. So, Utah Code 769113. Commercial obstruction is a criminal offense. It occurs when a person intentionally enters or remains unlawfully on a business's premises to disrupt operations or intrudes physical objects to interfere with employees and customers. So this lawyer's next words are going to be, when he entered your business and you asked him to leave, did he stick around?
Right.
That's the only thing they got him for, which is very, very weak.
Yeah.
Nothing to his claim against me. If they work together, maybe they can fabricate some type of charge against me.
However, the tricky thing is that we have to prove that this individual either entered or remains unlawfully on the premise. When he came to the property, did you have to ask him more than once to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, we're not leaving until we get it. And he's like, no. Like,
So Eamon's telling the police that even though they continuously told us to leave, we didn't leave. But if we go back and look at the footage of what happened, this is the reality.
You did.
How do we respond next time? I have no idea. You have to take it up with them. It's your thing with them. That doesn't involve us. Okay. As a separate business entity, you got to take it up with them. You got to resolve it with them.
We found out that was a lie, by the way.
Thank you.
I've never seen more micromanagement of a franchisee franchise
I don't know.
business
It kind of looks
relationship
like the
than
reality of what
Bam
happened
does.
is we left too early for them. They wanted to pull us back in to keep talking to us. But we did show back up a second time. And to Ammon's credit, about halfway through the conversation, he did say that if we don't leave, he's going to call the cops on us.
You can leave. If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way?
And this was right after I told him you could do it either the easy way and just give us the Legos
geez,
back, or we can do it the hard
that's not a
way,
good
implying
thing
that
to
we would take
say.
him to court.
No, that is probably going to be used against Reckless Ben, saying doing it the easy way or the hard
Luckily,
way.
it's vague enough. Like, luckily it's vague enough, but yeah, you can't make veiled threats to people. You have to be very decided, like, be like, okay, so you don't want to do it the easy way, and let me be clear, the easy way is doing this good faith attempt at resolving it, the hard way is through court. Like, make sure you qualify what the easy and hard way is, otherwise, yes, you can make an argument that that was a threat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with that.
So you're threatening me.
I'm not threatening. We're right. Like we have a right to the Legos, so we're gonna get them the easy
What
way or
right
the hard
do you
way.
have? What proof of ownership have you provided to me that you own this Lego?
I mean, I can give you proof if you want.
Right, provide proof.
But right after he says this, he's now asking us to provide him proof that we actually are entitled to these Legos, so we can't leave now because he just told us to stay and
I'm gonna
provide
pause
proof.
again.
And then at the
Yep.
So here's actually, from a legal perspective, a genuinely damaging piece to their claim. Because, like, yeah, he did tell him, leave or we'll call the police on you. However, part of that is you can't keep engaging with the person you've just asked to leave.
Yeah.
No, because
Yeah,
if
you
you
can't-
engage,
yeah,
then it's going to be
that's,
seen as not as that serious then.
Basically, like, say, you know, you're in my store, I want you to leave, I ask you to leave, you're on your way out, and then I ask you another question. You have to stop and then freaking talk to me, but I take it as, oh, you haven't left, and now I pulled out a gun, and I'm going to freaking shoot you. This is the whole reason why these laws are so fucking specific, is because people will try and use and abuse the law in that way. So you cannot, I'm gonna ask you to leave, or I'm gonna call the cops and blah, 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 and then you see something that keeps them around, and like, well, you know, I told them to leave.
But he didn't leave.
That's some fucking trying to game the system. Fuck you. We're on to your shit. And yeah.
It's the same thing with, like, a lot of protective orders. When people are like, well, I had a
Yeah.
protective order, and then it's like, okay, but you kept going to his house.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, but protective order. It's like,
But
yeah, but
I
you're
had a
clearly trying to
protective
start
order,
it.
Yeah, but I have a text message of you inviting him over to your place. You cannot invite him. Yeah, that's the whole thing with
Yeah. I would say if he just said, I need you to leave, and then started retreating, and then saying nothing more,
Absolutely,
if Ben
that's
chose not to
exactly what he
leave,
should have
then
done.
that would have been an issue. The fact that he's engaging with Reckless Ben after the fact makes the idea of commercial
The footage that
obstruction to be
Reckless Ben
more
has,
moot.
though, it shows every time, like the first time he was told to leave, they just fucking left. I mean, super fast.
Yeah.
you really have to prove like they lingered and you gave them multiple, like in our autism we will watch body cam footage and we cannot tell you how impatient we get with how many times the cops ask people to leave before they put hands on you.
It's typically a lot. With a
Because
cop,
they
it's a
have to
lot, yeah.
fulfill that high standard. The law requires a high standard. You have to, you know, give repeated, consistent warnings, and they have to ignore those warnings over time before you can get to the standard of this, you know, commercial obstruction, right?
Yeah.
And what we see doesn't meet that standard.
No. Again, especially since he decided to linger around and ask them questions or engage with them, it's going to be really difficult.
You basically reset the clock.
A good court is going to look at that and say, I don't know, man, it seems like you continued engaging. Why'd you continue engaging if you wanted them to leave?
What I really hate is how hard the prosecution's office is clearly reaching. Commercial business obstruction? And this is your fucking, this is the bottom of the barrel that you're scraping of statutes to try and figure out what you can get this kid on.
Mm-hmm.
That is kind of disgusting behavior from a prosecution's office.
Yeah.
Very end of the conversation, he says this one more time.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for
And then he
letting
leaves.
us in. So, see you later.
He left immediately.
He left immediately. Bro, a good lawyer is going to say, I don't know, Judge. I don't feel like that fits the standard for what he's claiming. This seems like bullshit.
Yeah, it doesn't hit it at all. It really doesn't hit it at all.
What the fuck is the police department
You asked
thinking?
them a second time, you walked away, and then they also walked away.
I am upset right now.
This is...
I don't
Yeah,
see
this
how
is
this
pretty bad.
that does not meet the
And
standards.
again, that's why I don't like that prosecutor going, you know, we definitely want to do whatever we can to help you and deal with this guy and all of his issues. It's like, okay, well, you clearly have a bias here. You could, like, how do I recuse you from this fucking case? Because that was disgusting.
Yeah, I'm upset with that. I'm really, really, really upset with that. Really fucking upset with that.
What actually happened.
Yeah, they're fishing
But now let's hear
hard.
how Ammon describes it to the police.
Guys, at this point, I've asked you to leave. Please leave. Well, you have to listen to us. You have to pay us this money. No, guys, you need to leave, and you're not leaving. Like, but I asked multiple times.
Okay, he's now lying to the
That
police.
might be a second-degree felony. He's facing felony charges. It is a felony?
Yes, because I went to the corporate headquarters and tried to give Ammon the easy way out of all of this. They're now trying to get me on a second-degree felony, which I don't really know how any of this would make me get a second-degree felony. Like, what the heck, police officers? But they're doing it, and the punishment for this crime...
I desperately want to know if there's anything else. Like, if Reckless Ben is lying, it will come out in court. But, like, at this point...
So, I mean, this is pretty cut and dry. He's got the goddamn body cam footage.
Yeah, but the only way he could be lying is...
Going through statutes, trying to figure out, hey, what are we gonna get him on?
Yeah, but, like, the only way I could see him lying is if he, did actually come back that he didn't capture on film. I would like to see that. Personally, I would like to see that. And although I feel like we would have seen it already. I don't know. It's just, it frustrates me so badly because these police are helping out with this and I don't like that whatsoever. I do not like it whatsoever.
Is 15 years in jail.
I don't know, you know, like however else, you know, like some of that stuff comes through, but you know, like the reality is like we've tried to talk with him and said we're willing to work with you.
I think one of the main reasons the police keep taking Ammon's side instead of ours, besides the whole Mormon thing, is that Ammon keeps framing the situation as he's just the helpful CEO who's trying to do the right thing and return Brian's property, and we're the ones.
Unfortunately, I'm believing that more and more.
So I say we rewatch the footage and see what actually happened.
We said we would be more than happy to help Mr. Mansell.
Yeah, because Brian said
he was unwilling to work.
Well, Brian
I
said
thought
he
you
asked
didn't
for
know
the,
who Mansell
store
was.
inventory. And
Yeah, that's a problem.
He said that he wanted to work with you, and then you guys didn't provide the store inventory.
We asked him to provide us with any documentation, and he provided us with a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is not something that anybody, you can just walk over to a
Sparky, thank you for the raid.
right now and say, all your ice cream machines belong to me. Why? Because so-and-so said so. Why? And I have a spreadsheet.
That's the worst fucking analogy you could ever use.
So first off, this spreadsheet Ammon's referring to wasn't just some mystery spreadsheet, it was the actual inventory the store made. But I guess Ammon's trying to claim that the previous owner stole the Legos and then lied on the inventory, and so now it basically makes this inventory invalid. He said that when corporate was taking over the store, that they actually did their own inventory, and this is the correct inventory.
When we took over, we did an inventory.
And good news for me, he's willing to give me this inventory. He's actually always been willing to give it to me or Brian. All we've ever had to do was ask.
We will work with you to obtain any Lego that
I love this music that he's just like putting out.
And you guys,
Because that guy fucking
I think
flew
we
out
mailed
of
it
that
like
door.
5 or 6 times, and we've gotten 0 response
Sorry.
back.
Yeah, literally the first thing I did right when I heard about this entire situation was I googled Bricks and Minifigs, clicked on their website, clicked contact us, and sent them a message.
Okay.
I actually got a message back from corporate saying that they would love to help, but after a few months, I kept trying to reply to this message, and they just completely ghosted me.
I think we've done like 6 over the last like 4 or 5 months.
Pull it up. Find out. Tell me when.
Let's see. I say like, hey, I don't think this ever got resolved. I'm just reaching back out right now, and then never.
Hit forward right now. Resend
Okay.
Resend it.
Resend it. Are you saying? Okay.
What?
He emailed the website. At least we assume that he emailed the website email.
Yeah, I brought up the email and like I'm showing you it, and you're shaking your head. What do you mean no? This is your fucking email address,
See,
is it not?
this goes back to my thought process of how badly the company is run.
Yeah.
Because like if the company is so badly run that even the email that he sent to, like, it didn't get to anybody, oh, that's another problem in my personal opinion. Oh fuck, I don't know. I don't know.
What's the email?
That is I don't know what email address that is.
This is on your guys' website.
What? You don't know the email?
I said franchise at bricksandminifigs.com.
Well, this is still on the website, so.
Did I tell you to look up something on the website and send it there?
Well,
did I say that just barely?
Well, that's why.
Yes or no? Did I say that?
No.
I just said
Yeah.
I hate this man.
and we will work with that.
But you're getting mad at me because I emailed on the website.
You keep saying that you like. So I understand that, but I'm telling you right now.
It's like I understand. But you're on the
This guy's tripping over his words faster than a freaking meth head on the pipe. Like I look, this last sentence of his dialogue has been damn near incomprehensible, sorry.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I'm watching a dude spam emotes in real time.
Yeah, you're like getting upset at us that we emailed the email that was on your website.
No, I'm telling you the way to do this, and you've been probably trying to communicate with a ghost.
Well, that's your guys' fault for putting that email on the website.
Sure. Okay.
Understood. Why?
I'm glad that Ben has a freaking point out this obvious fucking thing. Look, if we're communicating with a ghost, we know we're not because there was an initial reply when Ben sent the first email, so we know there's not a ghost. You know, we know it's just there's someone on the other end.
Yeah.
But it's still your fault if that email goes nowhere. Well, it's on your website, so
here's my problem is I don't feel like it is a ghost. I feel like he just doesn't want to acknowledge that's
that's all it is.
I don't think he does.
He's in the denial state.
And the reason and like the problem is I would be more willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, the Bricks and Minifig CEO, but the amount of bullshit that he's been doing does not allow me to give him that.
He's
Backtracked or lied.
Statements he's made. He's like, there was never a U-Haul at that Bricks and Minifigs location.
Oh, that pissed me
here's
off.
a video footage of a U-Haul parked right in front of this Bricks. Oh well, that was actually just Brandon, and he brought what did you say? He brought an RV or a mobile home or something. He's like, no, it's a U-Haul. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's just like he only admits it when you catch him.
Changes,
He's just like, bro, are you actually a Mormon? Because Mormons don't lie this much. At least good Mormons don't. Your good Mormon definitely doesn't lie this much. Like, again, it frustrates the shit out of me.
Because we emailed the website for your instructions.
You harass us for all sorts of things. I'm not getting mad at you.
Well, we're not harassing. We're just asking for our Legos back. If someone stole money from you and you went and politely asked for the money back, is that you harassing them?
It seems like Ammon kept either trying to stall or switch the subject.
That's a good point.
Almost seems like he doesn't want to actually give us this inventory. What? He keeps saying he's willing to give it to us.
You guys can send that inventory list to us?
I do believe so, yes. I think we have sent that to Brian.
He says he said that's all he wants is the inventory list, and he'll stop like bugging you guys.
Well, then, Mr. Mansell and you, and if you want to be included on the emails with Mr. Mansell, that's totally fine. You guys can email us, and we can go
But you
back.
guys will give him the inventory list? Because he said he's been asking for it for over a year now.
We can show the inventory list that was obtained when the store was originally taken over from Crystal Law, and we can work through that process and try and identify what was or wasn't there, and also try and identify how to proceed from there.
Yeah, I think Brian gets upset because he says they always say it, they'll send me the
Okay,
list, kind of like how you're saying.
just
"Oh, we
keep
can send it
going.
easily." But then when it comes
I
down to
understand
it,
what
they
he's
never
doing,
actually
but
send it.
like,
So maybe if you actually go ahead and send it, it would make him feel better.
Well, I understand what you're trying to get at. We're more than willing to work with you and help you. That's what I'm saying. Send an email to that email address that I just gave
But are you though?
and that
Are
will
you
produce
really?
results.
Anyways, I sent an email to the email he told me about, not the one on their website. That's a bad email. Don't ever email that one, or the CEO is going to be pissed.
Thank God
But
TVs are
according to
cheap
Ammon,
now.
Now that I've sent this email, I should be receiving the inventory list very soon. So,
Like, probably
I
like
waited all day.
he probably bought that for
And I got no
$20
answer.
at Goodwill.
So, the next day, I sent them another email. I patiently waited again for about a week.
Oh, thank you.
The Lego company could do a massive PR move by giving the family all the Lego sets lost and help fund the legal battle
They
against them.
apparently
Mm,
they have apparently made an offer to the Mansells of not only
Not the Lego
returning
company, the Bricks and
every
Minifigs.
Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs, yeah. They have apparently offered to return not only all of Mansell's Legos to him, but also all the Lego sets that were Star Wars related in that store at the time. Some kind of performative boasted gesture like
the
that.
problem I have with that
But
is
they
this
have
isn't the first
actually
time
tried
he's
that.
done that. This is not the first time the owner of the store has done
Look,
that.
it's bullshit. It's performative, but he has made that offer.
Again.
To which it is my advice that the Mansells do not take.
I mean, I would agree with you on that. Help, I'm being chased. Fuck, I'm dead. I died. Anyway, let's continue.
And finally,
This is the response. Mr.
Hey.
Snyder, BAM Franchising Incorporation will not participate in any form of
What?
communication that appears designed for public provocation, harassment, or manipulation of facts for the purpose of media content. Attempts to obtain privileged or confidential information through misrepresentation or the creation of fraudulent documents. Just for me asking for this inventory list to
Because you're a YouTuber. Because you're making content and they don't like that. That's why you're getting so much fight back. That's what's happening right now.
Here's my problem, though. This is after a year and a half.
But that's the reason
This is
they
after a
use it.
year and a half of the guy that isn't even a YouTuber. The guy that owns the sets. The guy that owns the Lego sets has been trying, and this is what he got in return as well. So I don't feel like that reason is good enough anymore. Oh, it's because he's a YouTuber. I don't care. I've seen how you treated the guy without the YouTuber involved, and it's not even better.
It's not a good. It's not a good reason. I'm just saying that's the reason they're using.
I just like. They're trying to do anything that they can to just like hold on to it. And again,
They really are.
knowing that these people are hankering for money and that they need money, it makes more
And
sense.
This is before any video dropped, but they clearly looked up Reckless Ben. They knew what Reckless Ben was gonna do. It'd be like if Nick Shirley walked in and started asking questions. You're probably gonna be pretty apprehensive.
Or if Chris Hansen showed up.
Oh gosh, if Chris Hansen showed up, you're
Hansen
done.
showed up. You're just sitting in your pants, you're running, you're... Actually, no. You'll start to run, but then Chris Hansen will just say, hey, just take a seat. And you will be compelled to take a seat.
As is the SCP that is Chris Hansen.
Yes, I fucking love the SCP effect. The fact that South Park actually did that, where he'll walk in, he's like, no, why don't you have a seat? And like, they try to run and stuff, but they just suddenly seem confused and they walk over to the store and sit down. And they have no idea why. And it's literally just, hey, why don't you take a seat?
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that is amazing. Yeah, the fact that they sent this email, I'm bothered so heavily by this. I am
They're
so
scared
fucking
shitless.
bothered.
I'll tell you that right now. They're scared shitless.
Oh.
Chris Hansen, please take a seat.
Chris Handsome. Oh my gosh.
prove their innocence.
No,
Because
see,
I
I
want
like
to give
to
them the
call him
benefit of the
Chris
doubt. I want to be like,
Hansen.
hey, if you're innocent, I want to prove that you're innocent with this inventory list. But now, by me trying to do that, that's criminal behavior on my part.
And considered harassment. And we reserve all rights to refer such behavior to appropriate legal authorities,
aka
the cops.
So don't ask for our inventory list, or else we're gonna call the cops.
Yes, Bricks and Minifigs has officially banned me from ever asking for this inventory list again. And I'm not the only one who's banned from asking for this list.
He promised us a full inventory right away. We've never received it.
Yeah, and every time it's been just absolutely nothing. So we've never gotten anything. We've never gotten an inventory list.
Yeah, the previous owner who got her entire store stolen from her by corporate, I mean, she's legally required to get sent an inventory list, and even she, 2 years later, has not gotten it yet.
It would have resolved everything because they would have had to identify everything in the store, and it would have identified all of Brian's stuff, and they never provided it, so we couldn't then demand the third-party evaluation.
And it's now.
We are aware of
what,
this
a year and a half
inventory
later?
list. It was featured and covered heavily in CoffeeZilla's investigation into this.
Yeah.
He did a lot of the cross-referencing and stuff to find out a much more realistic number of how much of the Legos had been sold, how much of that sold property had actually gone back to the Mancells, and how much was left in terms of actual Lego assets to be sold.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So yeah, we're very aware of this inventory
The
list.
inventory set exists now, but it took CoffeeZilla in order to get it, which is insane to me.
CoffeeZilla, I mean, it took the best investigator on YouTube to get that fucking thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, who knows what.
Still no inventory.
Dang.
So we've solved a lot of problems a year and a half ago to go, here's the inventory.
And even Brian still hasn't received this inventory list yet.
I've never received an inventory list. I've never received a record of sales because they can't provide it. They opened the store up almost right away and started selling it.
And the worst part about all of this is it seems like the CEO is pretty much just trying to rub all of this in everyone's face. When I turned on the news, I saw this.
Now, as far as offering Brian the inventory, have you gone through the store, figured out what was part of his collection, taken inventory?
Yeah, and this is
Yeah, this is
in hopes that he can see.
I'll wait for it to go through, but like.
In any way, shape, or form to withhold anything.
By the way, thanks to the random chatter who bought me Power World.
Just a random chatter by
I
you,
now have the
Power World.
ability to join you guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I really don't like that he did this. Like, it's obvious what he's trying to do is he's trying to recoup his the image of the company by going around saying, "Oh, guys, we'll give it back. We'll give it back."
Media tour.
Like,
Literally went on a media tour to get ahead of the bad PR. I mean, this is so fucking gross.
he hasn't done it
slimy,
yet. That's the problem that bothers
sleazy
me.
80s style corpo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy, yeah, he's literally on Live Zone Fox Local before any of these videos or anything actually dropped. He was trying to get on local news to get ahead of this, and that's sleazy as shit.
No, I agree. I agree.
So now on public television, Ammon, the CEO, is telling the world that he tried to give us this inventory, but we're the ones that didn't want it.
We do want to help him recover as much of the collection. Our number one priority right now is to ensure that he gets made whole. We know that we have a responsibility to work with him to make sure he does get made whole.
So you've offered Brian the inventory of sets that was in the store.
Yeah, whatever was left over, we've offered that on multiple occasions. So we've tried to make multiple offers, and hopefully we'll be able to get them to the table so we can discuss it.
And this is pretty much Ammon's game plan now. Go on as many news stations as you can and lie.
The entire time we were saying,
Yeah, it's a media tour.
The main narrative now seems to be Bricks and Minifigs has always been trying to give Brian his Legos back, but Brian just never wanted them back.
Would you be willing
Was
to
that
take
a knock
this?
from the
And the
video?
answer was
Yeah.
was attempted to be given to the family. And
Reckless
it was
Ben,
they
fuck
made the
you,
offer
don't
and said,
do
"Hey,
that.
you
I
can have
literally
all
went to
this."
check
And
my
that
door.
offer was what
Well, that's Ammon's side of the story, but I say let's take a look at what actually happened.
From the bottom up, that is our correspondence with Bricks and Minifigs, trying to work with them in getting the sets back.
So right when this happened, Brian hired an attorney to reach out to Bricks and Minifigs. They sent an email saying, how should we proceed to retake the possession of the set/minifigures? And they actually emailed back saying they were willing to help. And then after this, they just never respond.
Of course.
So Brian's attorney sent them another email, just following up on this, when can we pick up the sets? And they still didn't respond. So the attorneys emailed back saying, it's now been 16 days, how can we get these Legos back? And finally, they received a response.
It says Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson have no legal obligation to return any of the Lego product that exists in their store to you. What? So yeah, basically they're saying that they're the ones that are not able to work with you, is what it seems like.
Exactly.
They finished this email saying, we consider this matter closed and will not be returning any Lego products to you. So as you can see, that's the reality of
Oh,
what
you're
actually
cute.
happened. But then Ammon...
So that was at the very beginning. That's what happened when Brian Mansell hired a lawyer. That's their their I just don't know why this guy is continuing to lie. Because there is no way that he can like pass this off forever. Because and I do believe that's why the TRO was like something that he tried to get in the first place. Because if the TRO exists, then Ben can't reveal a lot of this information. Because the more this comes out, the worse it goes for the company.
Absolutely.
You know?
On Fox News and says this.
So they actually did have an attorney send information to us. We said, great, appreciate this. Let's see what we can do to work this out. Yeah. And then we never heard back.
So why is Ammon going on like Fox News then and saying we wanted to give Brian his stuff back? He's the one that didn't want his stuff back. He didn't want any of his things.
That's my point. I don't know. He's lying.
I truly do believe in integrity. Truly, I believe in the sentiment of integrity, and I believe everyone
It's
should
so
have
crazy that he can say these things.
CEO seems to be pretty upset
That he
about
can
is that
swear
when
to
Brian
God
kept
that he
demanding his
wants
stuff
to
back-
make things right.
Yeah.
That is so. I mean, come on. Look, I'm not freaking. I'm not super religious or anything, but like, if I were to call myself Mormon and just lie about my integrity and my character, you're the person that purgatory and hell is made for.
Yeah. I mean, Mormons don't really believe in purgatory, but yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true.
Integrity? No, Chad, it's tegrity.
It's
Tegrity. We need some tegrity in this
people
house.
got no gosh darn integrity.
Mm-hmm. Ain't got no tegrity.
Back and couldn't get it back. Eventually he had enough, and he was like, I'm gonna make a Facebook post about this. And in his Facebook post, he called Bricks and Minifigs thieves and liars. And this Facebook post like really pissed off Ammon. I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is literally suing Brian now for millions of dollars, all because of this. I mean, back when I was talking to him at corporate headquarters, he made it very clear that what they did is technically not actually considered theft.
There is no theft. Do you understand the legal definition of theft? Legally have to be the definition of knowing that the property was stolen or otherwise not belonging to that person.
And on my phone.
Actually, that's not true.
Until Mr. Mansell came in days later and said, I have some of these things that need to be...
And that's another lie again, because...
It's not another lie.
So I showed Ammon the security camera footage where corporate acknowledges that they are now going to be responsible for these Lego Star Wars sets.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. If he's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
And after showing him this footage to try to bring the conversation back to reality,
what did he say?
This was his response.
Extortion?
Because we caught you guys?
No.
Extortion! Excuse me?
Oh my God, this is
so
now
catching you guys
extortion.
in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
No. We have done...
See, I agree too. I agree. Nope, it's not illegal on
man.
us. Thank you for...
nothing illegal, and you are doing something illegal right now.
How?
I don't think it's illegal. I think us catching you guys for doing the illegal thing doesn't make that what we're doing is illegal. That means what you guys are doing is illegal.
Okay, you can ask to leave, please leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for working with us. And
After just going
Did
around
he
in
even
circles
call
for
anyone?
probably 30 to 40 minutes.
I think he called the police once he went in there.
You know, having like kind of less than genuine questions or less than genuine responses being given to me, you know, I was exasperated by the end of it. And that's, you know, like when people get
Exasperated is one way to say it, yeah.
That's like, we finally got the footage that we can use to make him look like a completely unreasonable monster, you know, like so. But that's what they do is
You
know,
are an
people whose
unreasonable
goal is
monster,
do those
sorry
types
to
of things.
say.
They just harass and go after people as long and
It's
hard as
coming
they
from a
can
vampire.
until somebody says something that you know, then they can, you know, use that one clip to be like, oh, look at this horrible monster of a person. So that's what I feel like has kind of really happened here.
So Ammon's claiming that I just harassed him for 30 minutes, and finally he got fed up with us, which that was the one clip at the end that I used in my documentary. So I say let's go to the very beginning of the footage, my first interaction with him, and see what actually happened.
So what's going on?
so you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
Yeah, literally from the very first sentence we ever exchanged with each other, Ammon's goal was just to lie to us. But anyways, I'm now starting to think
Oh my
that the
gosh.
only reason Ammon wanted us to email him about the inventory list wasn't actually give us the inventory list, but actually, it was a trap. Yeah, Ammon only wanted me to email him so he can find out my email and subpoena Google and find out all of my private information. And you think I'm lying, but they actually did this. They subpoenaed Google asking for all private information tied to this email address.
Wait, what?
And Google sent them like hundreds of hours of all the raw footage from everything I've filmed in the Lego video so far, all my emails, all my search history, all the metadata that shows everywhere I've been. But anyways,
I'm sorry, they did. Is that? I mean, that is.
This is why you don't fuck around, chat. Sorry, I'm glad that this is being exposed. This is why you don't fuck around, because you think that your emails are private. Abso-fucking-lutely, unless you use like Proton Mail or some fucking end-to-end encrypted shit. No, then what can happen? You fuck around, you find out when you end up getting subpoenaed, and Google is required by law to hand over all of this information.
And they're not going to go to bat for you. Google doesn't know you. They're not your friend.
Yeah, Google doesn't know you. They're not going to protect you. So just fucking lock your shit down. OPSEC is the name of the game. Is the word of the day. Is operational security. Okay? Just make sure you have it locked down, and don't use your Gmail account for shit that you're doing that's like along the lines of whether or not it's legal and shit like that.
This is insane to hear. Wow, that is so crazy. They got all of. Now I will say, Ben, you should not have stored the raw footage of this on your fucking
Google Drive, and yeah, that's the thing. Everyone uses so many Google things that they don't realize how fucked they would be if the wrong person decides, you know what? You have stepped over the line, and I've made an argument to the court that the court's accepted, and now I get to see everything that Google has on you. And if you use Google for everything, they have everything on you.
Yeah. Would a VPN protect? No, because it's your email address.
No, yeah, it's associated with your account, not with your location.
VPNs mask your IP address. They don't protect you from this.
Also, there are plenty of VPNs out there that'll still sell you out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If a company finds out, like... No, you go.
No, you go.
No, I was gonna say, you know, if a company somehow finds out, like, who you are behind the VPN will give them all your information. They're not gonna protect you either.
Yeah.
Like you guys gotta understand that these companies, none of these companies are gonna protect you from like the government or the courts.
The companies that you want to go with when it comes to Gmail and shit like that. Well, when it comes to your email and your online shit and your VPN usage and all that, you want to use a company that is hosted outside of the jurisdiction of the United States, like Sweden or somewhere like that. So Proton Mail. I think there was another one called HARASSMENT. I think it's a paid service, but you have to understand that when you sign up for that free email address or that free account or whatever, you're paying some way, and the way that you're paying is in your personal data.
Yep.
So it makes a lot of sense to keep your shit on lock by paying for your email service, because now that company has a vested interest in protecting your interests.
Called money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Occo,
Money
hello.
makes the world go round, and if you want your shit on lock, fucking pay for your services.
Pretty much. Let's continue. Wow, we've only got 14 minutes left. Holy cow.
This was the reaction of the police officer after she watched my entire first episode.
I'm really curious to see, like, if this fool even makes any money doing this YouTube stuff. I'm like, if it's enough for him to travel to another state just to go get some footage.
It doesn't even sound like his like secret information doesn't even seem credible, from my understanding.
No, so it sounds like you were able to watch the video.
I think by secret information, the police officer is referring to the security camera footage that proves that everything Bricks and Minifigs is saying is a lie. My first question is, how could this not be credible? It's literally just video evidence of what happened that night. But at least now I can see why the police aren't listening to me. They're basically just saying that all of the evidence I submit to them is not credible, and therefore, case closed. Ben's wrong and we're right, because we said that the evidence is uncredible. At this point, Bricks and Minifigs is working with the police to just come up with whatever story they can.
It's one of the police that is saying that it's not credible.
Yeah.
And it's like, you already picked a side, and that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Do you know this guy? Did you go to school with him? What the fuck is going on? Is there
That's gonna come out in the
pre-existing relationship that explains why the hell you are fucking kissing up to this guy, but like dismissing way more evidence than anyone can reasonably dismiss.
Yeah, that evidence will definitely come out in a civil lawsuit against the police department.
That's also why this reckless Ben stuff is so frustrating. Because on the one hand, this should be an absolute slam dunk. This entire police force is fucked. Feds coming in and knocking down doors.
Yeah.
But because he's such a retard about everything, it just makes it so difficult to get anything to stick.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Luckily, now he's got lawyers. Now we got light at the end of the tunnel. But this was for a hot minute looking like, dude, we're gonna watch some of the most blatant corruption we've ever seen. And end up fucking just like nothing's gonna happen because the idiot decided to represent himself and blah blah blah.
Yeah, unironically.
Thank God we're not going down that road anymore.
Unironically, my mom is like, you know, Occo, one day I might want to move back to Utah. And I was like, if you move back to Utah, stay away from the Provo and American Fork area, because there are cops there that will literally beat down your door. Like these cops. Unironically, I watched other cop videos that also include American Fork Police Department. These people are fucking horrible.
This isn't even the first time American Fork.
No, it's not.
Has been in hot water.
They've arrested people for stupid shit, and it's just like, who the fuck is letting these people be the police? It's actually kind of terrifying to me. So if you move to Utah, don't move to American Fork or Provo.
Oh my God! You know what? You want to talk about crazy and police? Look up the story of Athens, Tennessee.
I'll have to look it up another day, but I just like, I listen to this and I'm like, listen, I'm a believer in giving the police like trusting them. Not these. I wouldn't trust any of the police in Provo, Utah or American Fork. Absolutely fucking not. Which is very depressing to say, because again, you would assume that Mormons know what they're doing, but these people are fucking retarded. It's really, really depressing.
Just remember, chat, the government in any way, shape, or form is not your friend.
No.
And that is the most American mindset to have.
Absolutely not.
Doesn't matter if it's your guy in the big office or not. The government is not your friend.
Pretty much. All right, let's do this.
And yes, so something about the Battle of Athens.
Uncredible as possible.
In all of his actions to just generate clicks and likes to get, like social media clout without putting in work and just doing the crummy stuff.
Interesting.
He seems like a fun gentleman.
No. Oh, and
his MO really seems to follow somebody who's like a paper tiger, right? Like who behind, or like a keyboard warrior, but they'll make threats.
And this is the craziest part of the video to me. Ammon's claiming
He's
that
not a keyboard
I'm
warrior,
a keyboard
dude.
warrior.
He showed up in real
basically
life.
just someone who talks a lot of smack online, but then when it actually comes down to it, they won't do anything in person.
Yeah, that's
which,
crazy.
I mean, if we look back at the footage, I accomplished almost everything I set out to do. I didn't get scared of anything.
Yeah, dude, you fucking showed up in person. This is the opposite of a keyboard warrior. I'll at least give Ben that much.
This keyboard warrior showed up to my house.
Yeah, that.
Really?
I swear to God, I want a sound clip of me just saying, this keyboard warrior showed up to my house.
It's a good clip, not gonna lie.
Oh my God.
Ava, wasn't it Athens, Georgia?
Yes. Was it Athens, Georgia? It might have been Athens, Georgia.
I have
But
no
yeah,
idea.
I'm talking about the Battle of Athens happened I think like post-World War, just very barely post-World War II. The sheriff and sheriff department had an absolute fucking ridiculous grip on the local population, was extorting the shit out of them, rigging elections and shit like that. It was really bad. It was one of the only times in American history where there was an armed revolution that the revolutionaries actually won and beat out the cops who were corrupt as shit. Yeah, it's a very good story.
It's also very depressing sounding to think that that's a thing that can happen still. At least
It
people.
was really bad, and dude, these fucking cops were extorting and arresting veterans who just came back from World War II. And the reason why they targeted these freshly returned from home veterans is because they know they have government money. And so they literally fucking set them up, fucking beat them up, fucking every time you were arrested in this town, it was like a $300 fine that you had to pay. It was such the most disgusting racket you've ever seen.
That's depressing. That's depressing. Is this Fortnite? No, this is Power World, excuse me. Anyway, let's continue.
someone in this story is a keyboard warrior, I don't think it's me. I think it's Bricks and Minifigs.
I would
mean,
agree.
Let's double check by looking at the footage. Eamon claims with his words that he can give us the inventory list.
We can show the inventory list.
But when it actually comes down to it, he's terrified to give it to anyone. Bricks and Minifigs this entire time has also just been begging me to sue them.
If you think it's illegal, why don't you show me? Let's go to court. Tell me for it. Show me. Let's go to court. Let's go to court then.
So when I finally go out and actually sue them, they close down their store. And now Bricks and Minifigs is going to absolute extreme
Why
lengths to
did
hide from
you
this
show up
lawsuit.
in your underwear?
Okay, if she just gives you the paper.
Because he wanted to be weird.
No, I'm not accepting service from her. Absolutely not.
I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is showing all of the
You
signs of a
can't
keyboard
accept
warrior. But for some
serving?
reason,
By the way, again, for people that need to hear it, you are not allowed to refuse service. You can let them just drop the service papers, but you are not allowed to refuse service. If somebody says you have been served, you have to accept it.
I'm laughing so hard I literally have tears right now.
Are you really?
Because every time I hear it, it's just the most fucking hilarious thing for me to hear is someone go, yeah, I refuse the service. That's not how it works. It's never how it's worked. And what's crazy is it somehow works with this police department. And that's what's fucking astounding to me.
No. Pretty much.
reason they think that I'm the keyboard warrior. At this point, it almost seems like everything Bricks and Minifigs is doing, for some reason they think that I'm the one that's the one doing it.
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys. Hoping no more issues. There's so many other things that this guy could like be talking about.
Woman, you should not be doing this. This woman is gonna get sued.
This is a lot of good shit. Amount of her cam footage is gonna be used.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I guarantee you that.
Yes, Ammon just completely proves my point. Obviously, I'm not suffering from the sunk cost fallacy at all. Ammon's the one suffering from the sunk cost fallacy. I mean, they literally already admitted to me that they've held onto the Legos for so long, it's not worth it for them to give it back to us anymore.
You've invested a lot into this.
Let's see what else Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Well, they're suing me for defamation. But this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs is actually the ones defaming me.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm gonna burn the place down.
Let's go to the next thing Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Extortion, when they're the ones actually extorting me by saying if I don't let them steal the Legos from us, they're gonna make up a
That is a
reason to
great
throw me
view
in
of his
jail.
nose.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're a fucking thief.
Dang. Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking voice.
Bricks and Minifigs is also...
Nestle Maggot, thank you for the raid. I deeply appreciate that. Welcome, welcome,
They're doing
everybody.
Rika. He's been charged with. Oh, nice for the raid.
Yes, he is being charged
Okay,
with Rico.
so this is about the Rico suit.
It's really
Okay,
funny.
By the way, fucking hard to get to Rico. Even civil Rico. That's a goddamn hard fucking claim to prove.
Yeah, the last time I heard about somebody using Rico was literally in Better Call Saul, because that was civil Rico too.
Yeah.
Unironically, literally, civil Rico was in Better Call Saul, and that was more
Yeah,
blatant.
there is a civil Rico case in. Yeah, that one's a really bad one. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Getting me for Rico charges.
They're charging reckless Ben for Rico.
Ew.
I think it is more likely that the police are guilty of Rico, right?
And if you look at the CEO's previous businesses, he actually got sued for Rico. He's the one guilty of Rico, not me. They're also accusing me of sending a
That's
sniper to
true.
shoot up
He
the
has had issues with that in the past. So
Yes.
Yes,
they actually had to defend themselves against similar allegations. It's crazy. It's like every allegation is an admittance.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that's hilarious.
Of the McNeff house.
If you guys want to come to, you can see the window and see where they were shooting from. It could be a sniper blade on the hill.
When the police got there, they realized it was actually a construction worker who accidentally shattered the window.
Seems more likely that it happened from construction work than it happened from some random people across the way.
But even after all this, they still go online and say it was me.
He's trying to get Ben Schneider for like attempted murder. He's basically trying to set Ben Schneider up for attempted murder when meanwhile it was a nail from his own construction worker.
So what's the moral of the story here? It looks like everything bad Bricks and Minifigs is doing, they think that I'm the one that's doing the bad thing. It makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense.
So, just to let you know, we call it double blind. The person who committed the crime may or may not be in the lineup or depicted. So I will give this to you. You'll have as much time as you need to choose someone or to not choose anyone. Whenever you're able to feel that you have ID'd somebody, I just ask that you circle it and then you show next to it.
And then, like that. Perfect. Okay. There you go.
I hate his mustache.
So this was like the final step that I needed. This is legit. We've been able to
His
verify
mustache
the
is
years
literally
now,
a
but,
cartoon villain mustache.
It definitely is, 100%.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
big performance to make it look like they're going to all this work to verify the facts, when in reality, they already know who I am. They already subpoenaed Google. They already watched my entire first Lego video. They already went through all my search history. To me, this just feels like a staged performance so they can show the world, hey, look, we verified everything, when if they would have just put an equal amount of effort into watching the raw footage I submitted to them, they would have found out that Ammon's just completely lying to them, but for some reason they didn't. A few weeks later, when I ended up going to court, this was the staged response.
My name is Nick Mielstein. I'm the prosecutor. Is Benjamin Schneider here?
Yes.
If you want to take care of that today, we can do what we call a plea in abeyance.
Were you able to see the footage I submitted to the police of our interaction?
I have not watched it, no.
Okay, because in that footage, you can clearly see that...
Are you telling me the prosecutor admitted that he didn't watch the footage, and yet they're asking him to plead guilty in advance? Really?
Oh yeah, that's normal.
Is that normal?
That's normal.
Fair.
Oh yeah, they want you to plea. And
it's normal, but it's
they're
shitty.
going to try to use let me qualify. It's normal, but it's incredibly shitty, downright unethical. But it's what a prosecutor who has been desensitized from their job will just do.
I mean, fair.
Because it's another notch in their belt. It's another win, quote unquote, for them.
Fair enough.
The second he tells us to leave, we say, okay, we'll leave. And then he calls the police and said that we threatened to burn down the building and shoot everyone inside. And he was just making up all these lies, which you can clearly see in the footage that we submitted. We were being respectful the whole time. We left the second he told us to.
Sorry, let me look.
And so it makes sense why the police would take me to court, because, I mean, he's threatening that we're going to burn down the building and shoot everyone, but we did nothing. Like, he's just saying that because he's trying to... I'm a documentary maker, so I'm making a documentary on the thing. So his logic is if he throws me in jail, then if he makes up a reason for me to go to jail, then I won't be able to expose them for their crimes. So that's the
God, you need more.
what's going on. It's clear as day in the footage if you watch it. It seems like they're just making up a bunch of false information in order to silence criticism.
So did you submit that to the police officer?
Yes.
Is the footage going such that it's still going like when you step out the door?
It starts from when we're in the elevator before we talk to him to when we were back in the elevator going back down.
Obviously, a video doesn't necessarily show everything that possibly happened.
So according to the state of Utah, the raw video that shows everything that possibly...
I'm sorry, what?
So, it's a really weak argument that a prosecutor will make, but they are saying, well, we didn't see the video start from outside the building, and then the video end with you exiting the building fully. And therefore, we can't count any of this as reliable. It's an absolute bullshit argument, but that's totally what they just fucking tried to do.
And the thing is, they would have always done it no matter what.
Yeah.
If they would have started from outside of the building, they'd be like, well, how do we know that you didn't show up before?
For completionist sake.
They would always argue that it's just not complete enough.
But in the absence of them having, evidence to support what they're, well, we need this much, is like, well, this is all we have, and if it's all we have, and what you're asking for isn't part of it, well, the judge is probably gonna let it through.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be complete for the judge to allow it into evidence.
Yeah.
Possibly could have happened is not credible and could not have shown everything that possibly could have happened. And they didn't even watch it. They're literally just taking Ammon's word for everything and completely ignoring all the evidence. So where does this leave me now? Not only am I being charged with a bunch of mystery crimes in American Fork, Utah, but I'm also being charged with a second-degree felony up to 15 years in jail in Provo, Utah. And now that they have written proof that I'm committing all of these insane crimes against them...
It's not written proof.
Obviously, Bricks and Minifigs just made up everything, but that's not how the court sees it. The court thinks that these are real. And for whatever reason, the court wouldn't let me share my side. They only heard Bricks and Minifigs' side.
Ben's side was not in the room, was not heard. The court signed an order erasing his published work on the strength of the company's verified complaint and the company's motion with no one there to say a word against it.
Yeah, the judge granted a temporary restraining order, preventing me from even talking about Bricks and Minifigs, which sucks because this was the night I hit 1 million subscribers.
Oh my gosh, that is a crazy night to have that happen to you.
Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs gets to just keep spreading their lies.
What?
Let's arguable damages.
I would say that. Well, so
after the dust is settled on all this, there's some other lawsuits that could end up happening here from Ben's side that could leave him looking quite a bit more pretty financially than he does right now.
Yeah, I could probably agree with that. Yeah. When will the
And
Fed step
if
in?
he's
Who
had
knows?
civil rights attorneys with him, you know that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Excuse me.
It's about me, and I just have to sit in silence, and there's nothing I can do to stop them.
Excuse me.
It's crazy to think about how much public support I was getting.
$200,000 Lego dispute. That's turning into one of the
Gross.
craziest legal cases in an internet.
Yeah,
crusade.
it's
That is just exploding. A $200,000 Lego collection. This $200,000 Lego scandal is literally one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
I think this might be the best video that I've seen. This is one of the crazier stories I think I've ever covered.
Ew.
Reckless Ben. Reckless Ben.
Ew. Ew. Why Hassan?
Brick by brick. Brick by brick. Brick by brick.
It really did seem like we were right about to get the Legos back.
Brick by
But
brick,
I was
Chad.
wrong. Now the court has silenced me. You know, it looks like all the work I put into this was just for nothing. However, people were pretty
Shut the
upset that I
fuck
was
up.
silenced and decided to
Sorry.
protest. It sucks that I'm not even allowed to be a part of this movement anymore. Or maybe I can be here. I just have to be in disguise so no one recognizes
No,
me.
no, 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 no.
No.
Alright, I'm here with, what was your name?
I'm Jerome. Here to support the cause.
I'm Jerome.
Here with Jerome.
I spent the rest of the day protesting for the cause, and not a single person here recognized who I actually am.
That's a Lego
The
Joseph
protesting
Smith.
works because after a full month of remaining silent, I finally have an announcement.
Oh, look, I don't need this disguise anymore. Because I have my freedom of speech back, baby. I can say whatever I want. I can say bricks and minifigs sucks. I can say bricks and minifigs sucks old people. And look, I just said it. I'm not in jail, which is sick. We got our First Amendment rights back. Yeah.
And now that I have my freedom of speech back, everyone is wondering how Bricks and Minifigs can make up for the fact that they made up all these lies about me to take away my freedom
I
of
had
speech.
to imagine
Most
he has
legal
a
experts are saying I could
permission to be up
easily
there.
win millions of dollars from Bricks and
Probably.
Minifigs. But
Sometimes
instead,
they don't.
I have a better...
Well, when he slacklined across 2 buildings, I don't think he did have permission because the police had to come and take care of it.
Yeah, see, that's since he can't.
He's
You
one of
gotta
those.
Be careful, but he's like, hey, I got my freedom of speech back as he's filming himself actively committing a crime.
You can just hope and pray that he's got
Come
permission.
on, buddy.
To be fair, I wouldn't doubt that he
on,
would film
buddy.
himself committing a crime after I watched his McCamey Manor series.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, I'm glad he's excited. Just you know, bring it down a bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally, bring it down. Get on the ground.
Yeah, literally, like you need to be closer to the ground, and I'm not just talking figuratively. I mean, literally, climb down that thing. What are you doing?
Might be a green screen. That is not a green screen.
That's definitely not a green screen.
No. Nope, nope, nope. We've got about 2 more minutes left. Holy cow. Okay.
better solution.
If they want to apologize, they can say they're sorry by doing the chicken dance. And I will take that as a sincere form of apology.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't even want money from
We'll
them.
know that Bricks and Minifigs is sorry, and we can finally...
This guy really is a retard.
Move on to the next video series, and it'll be awesome. So you guys might be thinking, why do you want them to do the chicken dance? And there's actually a reason. So this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs always says the right thing, but then their actions don't match their words at all. So I was thinking, well, if they get given an apology, they might say the right things, you know, but they're not actually going to mean it. So by doing the chicken dance, I'm going to basically just be giving them another opportunity to do the right thing, not just with their words, but with their actions. And once they decide to do the right thing, then I'll move on to the next video series and never talk about Bricks and Minifigs again. And also make sure to check us out at www.weshowpromotepeople.com, because right now we have 2 new Lego sets for sale that you can buy right now. One of Joshua.
He's selling land. No way.
I already checked. They're sold out.
Are they sold out, really?
I'm very upset. Yeah, I'm very upset, but I actually went to WeStealFromOldPeople.com. It's his merch site, and those 2 are on the front page, and they're sold out.
Oh, that's amazing, though.
And they're buildable Lego sets. It's amazing.
I have to imagine what they did is they know somebody that can like build sets by buying parts wholesale from Lego. Because that is something that you can do. You can buy parts wholesale from Lego at any point. It's not that cheap though. Trust me, I've done it before. That's amazing though. I have to imagine that they will release the instructions so that you can buy them yourself if you really want to. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Imagine you get a Lego set that's of yourself and it's of you committing a crime. Allegedly committing a crime.
That's free. I mean, what's amazing is it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters a little bit, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things whether or not, you know, whoever wins or loses this. They've lost. Bricks and Minifigs has absolutely lost the
I agree.
PR game here.
I agree.
Don't forget they may have euthanized Crystal's pet bird.
What?
Also, you see the stuff the Provo
Oh, yeah, they
detective said
did.
about Ben? Bet Bam will not settle. Big ego.
Allegedly, they because there was a pet bird that was on location at that store. There's questions about what happened to it, and Crystal alleges that the bird was either euthanized, killed, let go, rehomed. It doesn't matter, but the thing cannot be located, and Bricks and Minifigs is responsible.
Why would you do that to the
Well,
Antifa women?
allegedly.
Antifa women are super duper
Allegedly.
annoying. Why would you do that to her?
But yeah, why would you? Why would I mean they're on the way out of the country anyway. It's fine. I remember when we watched their video and we just started seeing all the stuff in the background, and then he showed us the books that he's written, and we're like, oh no, oh no.
Why is the audio so bad? I genuinely don't know why people are saying the audio is bad. It sounds fine on my end, and it's literally the exact same audio source for Occo and Ava and the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man.
It'd be it's impossible for one to be bad but not the other, so I genuinely don't know.
You steal Occo's Pokemon cards and say they're mine? Good luck, buddy. You gotta get into my house first, and if you come in the house, I'll protect myself and my property. I live in a state where I can do that and not get in trouble.
You know, California
500 of each.
actually technically has castle doctrine.
Really?
Yes, they do.
That's good. Kind of a rare W for California.
Not
once all
standing your
500 of
ground
these sell
wall,
out,
but
we'll
castle
never make it
doctrine, yes.
anymore, and you gotta buy them now because someday they're gonna sell for like $1 million or something. They're gonna be collectibles. It's gonna be sick. Also, subscribe to Patreon. You'll get tons
So he did a limited release.
extra footage, full interviews. Also, part 4 is coming soon. If you subscribe to Patreon, you'll be the first to watch it. Also, subscribe to part 5. Subscribe to part 6.
Part
7, all the way to
4?
part 100. We're doing 100 parts. My lawyer
Part-
said if Rick
100 seasons, Rick and Morty.
Then it'll be at least 2 years and 32 weeks a year. That's 104 parts at least. So come back all the way.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna keep making videos.
he's just being, he's literally
doing
doing the fucking
he's
Rick
being
and Morty.
silly.
Yeah, at the end, he's like, yeah, he's like, in 100 more seasons, Rick and Morty.
100 seasons of Rick and Morty.
Thing.
Morty, we're gonna do it 100
exactly.
years.
He was just doing that. RickandMorty.com, Rick and Morty. It's all been for the Szechuan sauce, Morty. I need that sauce from McDonald's.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's the end of the video. There is a lot of other content we could potentially watch, but like that was the main thing I wanted to watch tonight, and all of these other videos are about as long in terms of content. So I don't really.
I am on my way out. I did stay over.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. But final thoughts from you, Ava.
I am so happy that that Ben got his rights back. I think it's very important that he listened to his lawyers and continue to listen to his lawyers for any additional parts he might produce. And I wish him well because he's still facing a fucking lot. Just lawyers or not, this is a lot to face and come out unscathed. It might be a partial win, it might be a partial loss, but you know, I don't think he's coming out of this unscathed.
I mean, he's already definitely not coming out unscathed based off of everything that's going on.
Well, yeah, those are my final thoughts.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll let you leave, and then I'll ask Mizu for what he thinks.
All right, no worries. I will talk to you guys all later.
All right. You have a good one, Ava.
You have a good one.
Well, what do you think, Mizu?
Oh, I don't have too many final thoughts. I think everybody in this is kind of retarded.
I mean, I definitely agree.
The benefit Ben has is the people that are being retarded on the other side of the government, and I can't allow the government to be retarded in any capacity.
Yeah, my thoughts and opinions are the government being retarded ultimately overrides any retardedness that comes from the side of the citizen, because the citizen is inherently a little bit retarded. But if the government is retarded, then that's 10 times worse, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it just upsets me that the citizen that has such a good platform and could do so much good in this particular instance is as retarded as they are.
No, I would agree with you on that. And I just hope that the lawyer stops him. I would imagine the lawyer has already kind of like done some restriction. I would hope that continues.
God, I hope so.
You know?
He's got to stop being retarded. Because he's in like such a good position to fuck like all these companies over and deal with this small town police force, and he's just refusing to do it well.
Well, what's interesting about American Fork is I believe American Fork is a city in between other cities. Because when you have a big urban area such as the Salt Lake Valley, which is where that's located in, you have cities right next to cities right next to cities. And so American Fork, I believe, is like an urbanized city that's like in between two other cities. And Provo is a much bigger city. It's like a mini version of Salt Lake City, but it's like a big city itself. So like it's really crazy just seeing how big the people that he's taking on right now. Ava, thank you for the raid. Very much appreciated.
Who's this Ava person?
I know, right? That's crazy.
Must have stumbled on the stream.
It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. But thank you, Ava, for coming on tonight. I deeply appreciate it. Oh, well, Chad, that was, if I can be honest with you, my hope is that, any future videos, are cleared by lawyers from Reckless Ben's side. Obviously, I don't care if any other videos are made from any other individuals. Excuse me. But that was really, it's also really rough because, like, you have to watch so many people in order to get some of the information that you're looking for. Like, the CoffeeZilla video did a great job revealing so much information that originally we didn't have. And I believe you watched the CoffeeZilla video, right?
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
No, it was solid as always.
No, I would agree.
I don't think there's just anything else really to say about it, honestly.
Yeah. American Fork is the north shore of Utah Lake. Provo is east. Yes. Yes. Fun fact, chat. The Utah Lake is the Great Salt Lake of Utah. Is literally just a lake that is so buoyant with salt that you can sit in the salt water and you will float. That's how buoyant the salt is in that water. You could like literally melt the boil the water and get like a good decent chunk of salt. Although you might want to clean the salt first. I don't know like what cleaning processes you would have to do for salt, but you should probably do that first. Fox raid. Magma, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you are doing good. California banned concealed carry. I mean, like, California bans everything. What do you mean?
I don't know how they ban concealed carry when you can't even have a gun in California, pretty much.
I mean, the way I was able to have a gun in California is it was for my job. And so I was able to justify owning a weapon because it was for a job, but that was about it.
I had a friend try to get a gun, and the reason he gave them was home defense, and they said it's not a valid reason to own a gun.
Yeah, that is not a valid defense, unfortunately. If you can believe it, just saying I want to defend... Like, I went... Yeah, I asked a cop, I was like, hey, I'm already getting my open carry, but can I get my concealed carry since I'm security? He's like, you're going to need a good reason for that. And I was like, personal defense, they're like, in California, that don't work. And I'm like...
No, not even personal defense, just owning a gun at all.
Yeah, I know. I know. But a concealed carry, you need to have a good reason, and typically only cops are able to get them in California.
You need a good reason to own it. That's what I'm saying. Owning a gun requires good reason, not just getting concealed carry.
I know, but I'm saying if you are able to get a gun for whatever reason, in order to get a concealed carry, you have to have a better, you have to have like an even heightened reason upon that.
And it's all retarded.
I agree.
That's why you shouldn't live in California.
I agree again. I will not willingly ever move back to California. Ever, ever, ever. I will not willingly do that. That was a bad idea. Chad, if you live in California, you need to run away. Also, Mizu, have you seen the hat? Did you see the hat that I bought?
No, I don't think so.
I bought the Goopy hat. The Gloopy hat, excuse me.
Oh, you mean in-game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the Gloopy hat.
It's a great hat. It's perfect. It's purple, too. Just kiss already? I'm good. Plus that would be NTR. Mizu's already got somebody. I'm safe. I would say I'm safe. I'm in a state that allows me to protect myself. You know? Oh, how are you doing in Power World, by the way? I imagine you've been doing way... you're already, like, at the end. You've unlocked the tree.
Nah, I'm level 57.
You know?
We are trying to get to the tree, though.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, it's up there. I caught you 5 times. I don't know what you mean by that, Magma. Is this a fresh world? The server, I believe, was reset when 1.0 came out, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, chat. I mean, like, again, I do hear people when they're like, oh, Reckless Ben is incredibly reckless and dumb, and it's just like, I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with you. But everybody sucks so bad that I just kind of... It's kind of like with the Emery situation. I just kind of want everybody to suffer just a little bit. You know? Maybe just a little bit. Why don't we just glass California? I know too many people that live there, so I can't say that I agree with that. But if we get rid of all the good people that live in California, maybe we can glass the country. Or, excuse me, the state. It recognizes itself as a country, so maybe... Maybe. I'm perfectly safe in my domicile with an M16 like Tony Montana. Yes. Temp lives there and they're a neat dog. Yeah. Well, here's what we need to do. Just glass Southern California, all right? It's basically its own state or 2 states already. Okay? Just glass LA, Sacramento, and I don't know, San Diego, too far gone, unfortunately. Yeah, just glass all of them. Did you die after killing the boss?
Yep.
That's amazing.
It's just funny to see defeat, boss killed.
I feel like that's like something I would see in Dark Souls. Oh, I killed the boss, but I'm still dead. Obviously, it would count in this game.
Yeah.
Glass the whole coast, the rest will correct. Fair enough, chat. Fair enough. Brazil? Brazil's another country. We can't glass another country without a good reason, chat. There's no oil there. Don't do LA. Well, get out of LA then.
You have your warning. You have your chance to leave.
Exactly. Like, when the Israelites tell all the people in Gaza that they're planning to bomb the area. We're gonna bomb your area. Leave. Don't come back.
Knocker's trying to get us in trouble.
Oh, goodness. We'll remember your sacrifice. Why not Brazil? Because we don't have permission to do it. We can get... Listen. We can get permission to do it for California. Alright? Trump will probably personally sign it himself. We can't get permission for Brazil. They don't have oil. Sorry, Chad. I took out one of my some of my gums have been hurting recently. Ow. I guess I'll die. No, like I said, we'll give you plenty of time. You will have ample time to leave. You and your family will be given permission, given time to leave. They beat us in soccer. I mean, fair.
But it's soccer. Who really cares about that?
Glass Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico's cool. I've heard that Puerto Rico's a pretty decent place. Just walking around and exploring shit right now. Oh. What if we send all the annoying people over to Brazil with oil? How many you're gonna have to send millions upon millions of barrels of oil in order to get America's attention. Can I room with you? I'll install a kitchen sink like I did for my house. Maybe. Maybe. I don't think my roommate would object to a new kitchen sink. Black Ops 1 and 2 got ported. Did it really? Interesting. California has an exit tax. Well, just leave silently and don't pay your taxes in California, and then just never go back. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Ask you to show back up?
Exactly. They can't extradite you. Nobody's gonna listen to California. What the fuck?
What?
I got killed in one hit.
Sounds about right.
Ow. That's unfair. I was trying to go to that big statue.
Skill issue, honestly.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. But yeah. Yes, chat. We'll take care of California. There was a demon Relaxosaurus. He had a massive boosted level. Was it that did that? That's a possibility, I guess. Excuse me.
But chat, I think I'll raid you guys over to Occo, and then I might call it there, because I have been going all day.
You have been. You tired?
I'm not used to the all days.
It's typically only something I do once a week.
I appreciated y'all showing up. And don't forget, you can also go to my Discord if you would like to join in Pal World, because I have a server linked over there.
You got that community server.
I do. So be good for Occo, and we will see you guys later. Bye,
Appreciate
everybody.
it. Predator pals. That's funny. Ooh, that's a shiny Relaxosaurus.
Yeah, lucky ya.
I can't catch it. It's a level 38, and I'm a level 15.
You can catch it.
Nope.
You just can't beat it.
Oh my gosh, Mizu, thank you for the raid. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to catch him. I think he'll just kill me. That's bullshit.
Do you want to go back over to the Bestiary server in a minute?
Yeah, are there people in there?
Yeah, there still is.
Okay, we can do that. I just gotta get safe first. I crashed my Pal World. I missed a mod or two, so I gotta start over. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, I'll head over there now.
Yeah, this game. Oh man.
What's up? I'm live. Don't say slurs.
Oh, hello.
That's funny. I'm in the process of moving to another Pal World server.
Oh, fuck. I gotta add the,
So if you haven't yet, check Star's big old project that she's working on.
There is a project.
Yeah. She's working on a thing on the Pal World server there. I'm sure you'll see it.
I mean, for this type of era building, whitewash was standard, so...
Why is it not showing both of you for some reason?
It just favors me.
No idea. But besides which... I must. Oh no. Hang on a second.
Hmm.
Yeah, it'll work. Occo, I got a buggy. Where the elf?
Huh?
I have to bother you. Where's the elf?
Probably going to bed soon.
That's a shame.
Is it already done?
What?
Yeah, it's a similar thing. Let me take a look at it really quick. It's it didn't require much editing, so.
Who is my favorite pal? That's a rough question. I'd have to look through the list because it's been a while.
What is this?
Didn't require much editing.
No.
Mizu sounds like a smart guy. Last I checked, I believed he is, yeah. Excuse me. Oh, that's really cool how the world map reveals so much.
I'm having fun.
Honestly, I'm just exploring right now.
While you're doing the bricks and minifigs, I actually ran right by you.
I believe it.
You're up by the starting area.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
Starting area. The original.
Why is that Relaxosaurus so low health?
Go capture it.
Well, let's see if I can. Before he kills me. 10% chance.
Once this sword is done, I should be able to get some really good fights in.
Oh, are you playing it too?
Yeah.
Come on, I believe in you.
I got a sword blueprint, so I'm basically jumping up like 350 damage.
Come on. Oh my gosh,
No.
I caught him!
No, 400 damage, pretty much.
I'm almost dead though. Mizu's always right, except for the times he calls me out for saying slurs.
Bad word. Occo, are you still feeling relieved from your coming out stream?
I'm very relieved and very happy.
It went really well for you. I'm proud of you.
I would agree. Oh. Ow, ow, ow.
Everybody knows you're an octopus.
I know, right? Grats, thank you. Like a level 30 pal. That unfortunately went back to the thing. Not calls me out, times me out. Well, fair enough. A Giga Spear, hell yeah.
I need to get a good water Pokemon and name it Occo. And then I have to get a really cute dog. And name it Temp.
I won $400 at the casino today. Congratulations. I can't decide between the longer IK5 Pro or the Flash Forge AD5 3D printer. I can't really help you out with that. I only chose my 3D printer. Is that the hairstyle that you can unlock in the game? No, this is a hat. I'm wearing a hat. A really funny looking hat. My feeling exactly. So, Temp, I have a feeling I know which piece of art you're going to get next now.
What?
Based off of our conversation earlier today, I think I know.
Oh, the WearWire thing?
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, it's a possibility, but
You should see some of the cope of the Nintendo boys. Oh, I have. They're all very funny. They're very, very
have a
funny.
good night, Magma.
Have a good night, Magma. Like, it kills me because they're like, oh, well, they changed the design. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yes, that's.
It's called a early access to 1.0.
Yeah,
release.
they weren't required to do so, but they did so because they wanted to.
No, the only one I'm not a huge fan is like the round like fat or like purple cat, the one that had like the Cheshire cat like vibe to it.
Oh, the Totoro looking one.
Yeah, they changed it from like the spiky teeth to like normal teeth, and it looks wrong.
Right. Thank you for the jewels.
But it's minor.
I mean, Tam, I'm just gonna stop you there and counterpoint. Grisbolt.
Did Griswold get changed? Or
no, Grisbolt has normal teeth.
No, I know.
Also, the vision has been posted in the Elf server and the meme channel.
They made pals cuter and marketable. They did.
Yes.
Imagine all the plushies. Imagine all the plushies.
I mean, there's a bunch of them already.
Life-size Lavender, that would sell, I promise you.
Oh yeah, it would.
Yeah, it definitely would.
Is that the cat one?
No, that's the lizard one. That's the
That's the lizard
pink
one. That's the lizard one that likes to kidnap humans.
I want the Egyptian cat. That would be a cute plushie.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that one? Okay, admittedly, that one they might have some problem selling.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know about that one. They might be able to sell that one without too much trouble. Mainly because, like, I know a lot of people make the joke that it's close to Anka or Nile from Animal Crossing, but the design is different enough that they wouldn't really be able to do anything.
You're right. Nintendo might have a stick up their ass with that one.
I highly doubt they're going to have a stick up their tail right now, considering the fact that they have lost pretty handily right now on this. Like,
oh no, it's guaranteed they've lost at this point.
Yeah, so it's just like.
But that's not what the Nintendo fanboys are saying.
Okay, let me just be upfront with you. $30,000 is chump change across the board for either company.
I know.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a waste of time, and they both know
It's not even a rounding error.
And here's the thing: is Nintendo at this point only did this to try and burn Pocket Pair of all their money, and 40 million copies sold of this game. They're fine.
Yeah.
They were supported by Sony.
Copies and selling still because 1.0 has now come out.
Yeah. I mean, for an indie game, 40 million, that's, oh my god.
That's an astronomical amount, not to mention considering the game has stayed at $30 each. So that's an insane amount. And I mean, I have 800 hours in this game alone.
Though now I'm waiting for the people to say this game is no longer indie because it had the support of Sony and Microsoft behind it. And it pissed Nintendo off, which means it did something right.
I agree.
So the indie argument's going to be quickly dropped. You know, Occo, this is a solution to your problem.
What?
Get better armor.
Nah. I don't need it.
I'm actually now farther on the server than I am in my own personal world.
Making progress.
Nintendo molding? Yes.
I'm sure they are. Well, actually, Probably not, actually. Because here's the thing, like, the mechanics they're trying to patent. Yeah, if they won this case, they had to have known they'd be getting the Sony treatment that Sony's getting right now if they won the lawsuit.
Which Sony is slowly losing.
Oh yeah, no. A lot of people are predicting Sony's going to go the way of Sega.
I'm fine with that.
It's weird that so many game companies have just outright decided that, well, gamers aren't profitable anymore, so we're going to go into AI and corporate.
Not even like the game companies that are doing that, but they definitely are acting like it.
Mm.
I guess we'll never see Power World on the Switch 2. Probably not.
No, we won't.
Yeah, I got it.
Unless the judge just does the funniest thing ever and orders Nintendo to put Power on the Switch 2.
That would be really dumb.
Gonna happen.
That's not gonna
It's not going to happen, but that'd be really funny. Because here's the thing, it was shown in a Nintendo Direct. Which means I wonder if Nintendo maybe had some like contract deal, and then because of the lawsuit, basically backed off of it.
Maybe.
And if that is the case, that is something the judge could actually pull off of.
I don't care either way.
I don't either. All right. I need the cloth.
Chat, my birthday is in 8 days. I have to start prepping for that.
Yes, you do.
I am planning, chat, for my standard birthday celebration that I do. There's definitely gonna be a subathon. It's like a day-long subathon, if that makes sense. I'll take that. And that. And that. Sir?
Oh, that's gonna take 45 minutes. Okay.
So, like, do you ever keep in touch with your 10,000 siblings?
Lamau. No. Can I catch you? I have a 20% chance.
Spear workbench.
Come on, give me this human as a slave.
Okay.
I have a syndicate thug as a slave.
Nails and ingots. I just need the nails.
Yep. I must disappear.
Okay, have fun.
Yep. Have fun. I'll be back at some point, I'm sure.
Leaders.
Yep.
How's full release? It's been good, Jazz.
Actually, hold on. Instead of putting that there, I'm going to put this.
There we go.
Oh, did I? Oh my god, I'm dumb.
I agree.
I didn't make a sphere workbench.
Wow. Sorry, Chad. I'm just a little retarded tonight.
Yes, you are.
Okay. That is most of the normal area.
And to craft 50 megaspheres.
I'm using. Are we on the server that Mizu set up? Yes. I don't know why, but I like woke up with my lip hurt. I wonder if I accidentally bit it.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so one of my pals is starving, but they are also over full. How does that happen?
Fuck you. That's how.
Lamau. Alright, we'll make them a place to chill. Right next to the plantation. Might play when I'm not on call. No, that's fair.
Thank you, Canada, for helping me craft the rest of my megaspheres.
He hasn't eaten in 5 minutes. He's clearly starving. Abusive. I know, right? The most abusive owner you can ever think of. Damn, do I not have... oh, I do. Okay, over there. Perfect. Oop.
Cool. Awesome. That's all those megaspheres done. Upgrade my PAL base.
Build more bed. Okay, I can do that. I cannot do that.
Okay, you need a wheat plantation. You need 2 of these.
I want this. I need wood for it. Okay. Alpida. Uh-oh. They need medication? Well, they don't need medication right now. We can just let them chill. Chances are I'll probably sacrifice those lamb balls anyway because they're beginner pals. Who cares, chat? So I'm planning to cover this pretty funny story where, on Sunday, where one Christian VTuber is accusing another Christian VTuber of copying, and other stuff, obviously, but like that's like one of the main things that's being alleged. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm worried I'm gonna get bored.
I'm worried whenever I see the fighting in that space.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like it makes sense for them to be fighting each other. They have essentially the same goal.
You know, you would think so. Because you'd think Christians are like supposed to be unified and shit. But no, a lot of them end up hating each other and are way more angry at each other than non-denominational people can be sometimes. It's honestly kind of awe-inspiring.
When's the weapon work? Oh my god, it's rank 20. Okay. Okay.
Breed superior lamb balls with giant traits. I'll think about it. That's enough wood. I need more bed.
What's it? Precious dragon stones.
Well, I mean, I agree that, like, you know, some Christians are going to believe differently than other. But, like, the thing that's always caught me off guard... I got the night off for once. Hey, congrats. The thing that's always caught me up is seeing that, some Christians will fight each other, literally, like fight each other, unfollow each other, and try to cancel each other over the idea that their belief in Jesus Christ being their Lord and Savior is different than the other. Honestly, kind of crazy. Again, what the fuck?
It's actually that's honestly kind of scared me away from that space.
Yeah, I mean, it's why I don't label myself. I mean, not only. It's one of the reasons why I don't label myself a Christian VTuber. Among other things, you know.
Nobody's perfect.
Okay, now I can make flour. Neat. Okay. Mega grappling gun. Really should do that, yeah.
Lambo's breeding? No. Need ingots for that.
Could I get that? Hold on.
So, Occo, if you're willing to talk about it right now, it's okay if you're not, but what is different between the Mormon faith, like the big difference between the Mormon faith and like others?
Mormons don't believe in the traditional Trinity. That's a big one. They believe that God, Christ, and the Holy Spirit are three separate entities, not one sort of amalgamation that a lot of people believe in. That's one of the big ones. They believe that heaven is a little bit different than others. They believe that you can become like God instead of just being under God. Well, under God, quote unquote, for eternity. There's a lot of other things that kind of just fit in there as well. That is considered blasphemous, and I just find it funny that it's considered blasphemous. Mostly just because of how I've grown up and how I've thought about religion as a whole.
Oh. I just killed my entire population of pals for my base.
Good job.
And now I have to repair my base.
Uh-oh.
Good job, Tim.
Oh my god, that's how oh no.
What did you do? Did you like try and move your main?
No, I picked a fight with a Mamorus right behind my house. That was a dumb decision.
That's incorrect, 10M. They do believe in Christ.
Okay.
It's just that it's not the way that a lot of other people think of it. Like, no need for belief. I don't know where that came from, but no, we do believe in Christ. At least I believe in Christ. Can't speak for everybody, I guess.
I've always been incredibly curious about religion, but given what happened to me when I was younger because of my birth defect, it's like...
No, that's fair.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to, if that makes sense. Like,
I actually asked a church member about that once. He said anything that having to do with intersex or birth defects is like a question for the higher-ups in the church to figure out. Because it's kind of a unique question.
so because it was a Methodist church.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
So, it's where Grandma wanted to go, so... When your Nana says go, you go, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why. Okay.
Oh, thank God it's planting.
But now having you around and Celestium around and some of the others has been comforting. It's not like going to church, but then you have people around that kind of have that faith in them.
Yeah, I'm definitely not like a very pious church member, even as a Mormon, But like, it's mostly just because I think a lot of people forget that you need to grab a relationship with God before I mean, it's like one of the most important vital things that you need to have, period. And so I think that people forget that, and because they forget that, it ends up kind of hurting them in the long run, because when you take God out of your religion, excuse me, it can hurt you,
See, the interesting thing for me is I can see that my I guess you can call it theology is based on Christian values, but it doesn't have like a guiding doctrine, like a book or anything. It's just my own pure faith, and that's enough, at least for me, because I know I believe, and to me the only people that can judge how much I believe or whatnot are me and God. So anybody else wants to judge any way they can, well, that's on them. But to me, the only people that can really judge which is my heart are
well,
two people.
People don't judge you. I mean, like, people have earthly judgments that they cast upon you, but if you're talking about eternal judgment, that's between you and God.
Exactly.
I told this to Celestium, that I think in the final judgment, God is going to be there and judge you, but I think your judgment is not going to like be as serious as some people think it is. I think you're just going to know where you belong in the afterlife, and God is basically just going to be there to agree with you for it.
And then the other thing is, somebody can go to church every day, they can read a Bible every day, they can do all the things they're told they're supposed to do all the day, but if they don't take it into their heart, then does that really mean anything?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Again, it's why
I just like spreading kindness.
Right. It's again why I am very seldomly interested in participating in the quote-unquote Christian community.
I have seen some of the people attacking poor Celestium, who's incredibly kind to many, and it's just very disheartening.
Yeah. I try not to be weird about it, but I typically tell people the people that get attacked the most for what they believe are the people that I kind of feel like are more right than others. That's my opinion, though.
Yeah. There's lots of different people with lots of different ideas. There's billions of people on this planet. It's a lot of ideas. It's a lot of different opinions. It's a lot of everything.
I have no idea who Redeemed Zoomer is. I'm sorry. Grandpa was a fire and brimstone preacher. They don't hate anybody, but those people just kind of like... I know what kind of people they are, and they've completely like missed the plot, in my personal opinion. Like, they go far beyond what they're supposed to be doing, which is saving people. Which is why I like Vic Mignogna, by the way. Vic Mignogna had this clip, and I don't believe it was him that took it, but like, somebody got a clip of Vic Mignogna basically saying that you don't tell people that they're just going to go to hell you use love to convince people, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. Yeah.
It's also nice to be able to talk about things like this.
Yeah, I'm pretty much an open book on that kind of shit.
Ooh, chilled saddle. Let's go. I'm gonna be able to ride chili.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the essentials out of this, the most heavy stuff. Take the rest of what is in there.
You tell them their salvation. I mean, obviously. I don't think you avoid telling somebody that. I think what you just do is you need to make sure the message is done in a way. Okay, Panglet, why did you just abandon that wood on the ground, you fucking moron? You do it in a way that that doesn't push them away, you know?
Okay.
And too many people don't know how to do it. I'm too solid in the whole you shall not add or take away. I got some bad news for you, buddy. The Bible is not done in chronological order. They put that at the very back of the Bible for a reason. That verse is part... when they are talking about you shall not add or take away from this book, they're talking about the book of Revelation itself. The Bible is not a book that is in order. It was structured in a very specific way. Some of the books are done in order. But the Bible itself is not a book that is done in chronological order. And again, I believe that they did that on purpose. Like, I even remember the argument I got into with the Jehovah's Witness about that. Like, he came up to me and said, oh, what about this verse? What about this verse? Does not matter. Does not matter whatsoever. Because the books are not in order. In fact, I'm pretty sure Revelations itself is not in the middle, but it's like it's just one of the letters that was written by the I can't remember that guy's name. I think it was John. I think it was John that wrote Revelations. And he was basically saying, do not add upon this book, which is the book of Revelations. So, yeah. That is the one thing that, like, and I never argued with anybody about it, but, like, when I was a missionary, that was the one thing that, like, one guy tried to get me on, and I didn't argue with him. I just told you, I was like, I told him, excuse me, I was just like, it's not in order, my man. Ow. My flippin' lip. I don't know what I did to my lip. I hope it gets better, because this is uncool.
No.
Rapture wasn't... I am going to be honest with you. It's been a while since I've studied that kind of shit, but... I do believe in a quote-unquote second coming. There is some very specific wording in the book of Revelations that talks about when it starts. But it's been a while, so I can't comment on... Can't comment on that. But what I will say is, you'll know when the second coming happens because there will be prophets killed in the streets.
Vtuber with a jester /
I want to say Israel. And when that happens, then you can count on the second coming starting or some shit like
Protestant who
that.
hates weebs and furries. Plus he has this thing where he somehow gets people to convert from Protestantism to Catholicism and
Okay,
Orthodoxy.
that sounds amazing. Redeemed Zoomer.
You do planting and lumbering.
Ooh, he's interesting looking.
Okay. Well, all my pals sleep.
This guy's interesting, chat. Who suggested this? Mogumi, thank you for the suggestion.
Okay, that's 50. Okay, that's 30. I can do this fast.
This guy looks interesting. What are these thumbnails, though?
There's stuff. Okay, so I need to get flame organs and ancient civilization parts. Okay.
This guy's got a very interesting, I suggested him. Thank you, BJ. I appreciate that. Okay. I kind of wanted to watch this first video because the first video I see has on the thumbnail, it's got a Nazi and a 5-year-old as the thumbnail. And the question is equally sinful, a genocidal dictator, or talking during quiet time. You know what? We're gonna watch this. And I'm gonna stream it so you guys can watch it too, because that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I've been struggling.
This sounds absolutely amazing. Holy shit, chat. Look at this. There you go, champ. Both of you let me know when you got this up. This looks amazing.
Where?
It's in the thing. He is quite based. Is he? This thumbnail, man. That thumbnail that when he had Hitler right next to a 5-year-old was kind of funny. Alright, you both up?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I've been struggling with sin. I've been caring way too much about my popularity at school. Me too, I haven't spent enough time with my goldfish lately. I see. Billy, what did you do? Well, I was mad I didn't get a date to the Valentine's Day dance, so I filled the punch bowl with laxatives. Hey, let me rizz you up. Wait.
Oh boy. I'm gonna be honest, I like this guy, but not for the reasons that people might think.
Some evangelicals, not all, will say all sin is equal in God's eyes, which is weird because they usually say someone who believes in evolution is more sinful than their favorite celebrity pastor who had an affair. But is this idea actually in the Bible, and if not, where does it come from? This is kind of confusing, because all historic denominations recognize that some sins are worse than others, but people keep repeating to each other that all sin is the same in God's eyes, especially in certain evangelical circles. It does.
Alright, before I continue, I feel like I need to give my opinion on this. All sin sucks, yes. But there are some sins that require more help to fix. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, basic lying, basic, cheating and all that kind of stuff. Or just like some of the most basic shit. You can repent for without the requirement of a pastor or a preacher. Hmm?
What is that rock music?
It's my music. What do you mean?
Okay.
It's music that, it's Carl Casey. What do you mean?
Well, I know. I'm just wondering why we can hear it while we're watching this.
It's Carl Casey.
Okay.
Like, so...
I got no problem with it. Just
enough.
Curious where it's coming from.
So, chat, my belief is that all sin is... If you want to say, quote-unquote, all sin is equal, sure. There are some sins that need more help to cleanse than others. Like, if you kill somebody, you can't just repent for that. Because there's obviously real-world ramifications that have to take place in order to fix that. Like, obviously you got to serve your time on Earth, and then your bishop has to kind of clear you before you can, like, return to normal service, you know? Or, hell, I'd say that if you do, like, cheat on your spouse, that's kind of a serious one as well that you probably need to go to a pastor for. Stealing. I think if you do stealing, you probably should go to a pastor for that. There's like a bunch of random shit where it's just like, you really don't need to go to somebody to absolve that. But there's other stuff where it's just like, I feel like you got to do a little bit more than just say sorry, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's my, like, so again, like, I guess it is fair to say, oh, all sin is equal. But by the same token, it isn't, because some sins take more help to fix than others. And not all sins are created equally.
Doesn't help that websites like gotquestions.org repeat this idea, despite not being affiliated with any historic denomination and sometimes contradicting traditional Trinitarian theology, but is still very widely used due to how convenient all of its answers are and how high it appears on the Google search engine. Now, while the Bible clearly says that some sins are worse than others, it also says a few things that could be misinterpreted to say that all sin is equal in God's eyes. So let's look at that. But first, only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you want to see more, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. If you liked the video, make sure to click the like button, and if you didn't, make sure to click the dislike button twice. It's very clear in Scripture that there are greater and lesser degrees of sin. Jesus tells Pontius Pilate that the one who handed him over was guilty of a greater sin than Pilate. Jesus also tells a parable where the servant who knows his master's will and doesn't do it will be beaten with many blows, whereas the servant who does not know his master's will and doesn't do it will be beaten with fewer blows. This is obviously a metaphor for the final judgment, where people who sinned knowingly will be punished more harshly than people who sinned unknowingly.
Yep.
Jesus even implies that towns which reject his disciples are going to be judged more harshly than Sodom and Gomorrah. While hell is the just...
What is the unforgivable sin? I believe, based off of my knowledge and studying in the church, the unforgivable sin is knowing Christ and then rejecting him. Which is kind of hard to have. It's why some people argue about whether or not Judas Iscariot would be considered to have done that. Because he knew Christ. But it's like whether or not he actually knew Christ. But the idea is that you have a perfect knowledge and understanding of Christ, which I don't think very many people can probably have in this lifetime. And then rejecting him outright. If that makes sense. Being a furry. Oh no, Temp, I got bad news for you.
Oh no.
MommaOcco and Hero are
Thank you.
In Catholicism, we have venial and moral. Venial sins are bad, but not bad enough to be denied communion. Moral sins are the deadly ones that you need confession to get communion. Of course, go to confession regardless.
Listen, I'm of the belief...
to stay very far away from them.
You should. Thank you for the 20, by the way. I am of the opinion that unless it's a very egregious sin, you don't need to tell your bishop, because your bishop doesn't need to know everything. There's a lot of stuff that I have been able to absolve through prayer that did not require a bishop. Because my belief is that if I'm sincere and I go through the steps that show my sincerity and I actually change my attitude, I don't need a bishop to tell me I'm clean. Excuse me. I'll know that I'm clean. Because God is not a God of confusion, God is a God of clarity. That's a good thing that I, that's the one thing that I think a lot of people tend to forget, is God is not a God of confusion. He is a God of ultimate clarity. And if you are confused because Satan is trying to confuse you.
My girl's always confused.
Oh, goodness.
Let's progress main story.
Sorry, chat. My lip. Oh. Let's continue the video.
Just punishment for all sin, and the only way to escape is to have our sins forgiven by faith in Jesus Christ. The Bible makes it pretty clear that hell might be worse for some than others. Hell is probably going to be worse for a genocidal dictator than some random Joe Schmo who just never cared about God. In fact, because of this, medieval Catholics speculated that hell might be relatively mild for certain people, like infants who died in infancy before they had a chance to get baptized.
I don't believe
so
that if you were an
torment might just
infant...
be a mosquito buzzing around you for all eternity, or having to...
I don't believe that if you were an infant that didn't come to know God, that you would go to hell. I think that is incredibly unfair to say to somebody who had a child that didn't get the chance to learn about the grace of God. And so they will not go to hell, in my personal opinion. I think that's crazy. So, just putting that off rip. If you're a child that did not get the chance to know God, you're not going to go to hell. Personal opinion. Just figured I'd throw that out there because I find that argument really stupid when people bring that up as an argument.
To listen to Taylor Swift, I don't know. In fact, some medieval Catholics like Thomas Aquinas called this limbo and said it was actually a place of happiness, so it was basically deluxe hell.
Did the server close for either of you?
Yes.
Yes. Just got echoed.
Interesting.
Depending on where it's hosted, if it's East Coast hosted, it could be like early morning restart.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, that's a good opportunity to just like finish this out and then go to bed, I guess. Here, we'll just finish out the video then.
But Protestants have rejected this idea. We don't want to ever trivialize hell, and we don't want to speculate on mysteries like this by inventing things that were not revealed in Scripture. The Presbyterian Church teaches there's good reason to believe...
You know what's kind of funny about that? He's kind of explaining a tiership of the infinite. Kind of like Mormons believe that there is a tier system in the afterlife, quote-unquote tier system, where there is kingdoms that you get to live in based off of how good you are, with the top kingdom obviously containing God and Christ. And obviously, if you want my personal opinion, anything that doesn't have God, Christ, and the Holy Spirit is hell. So anything below that would be considered hell. So it's not like tiered heaven. It's just like there's one place that's the best, and then everything below that kind of sucks. But he's kind of talking about tiered hell, in my personal opinion, where there's some hell that's less bad than others. And that's literally what Mormons believe.
Believe all babies just go to heaven. Now, there are some Bible verses that might suggest all sin is equal, especially when taken out of...
You know, what's funny about that is you and I might have a judgment for that. God gets to decide in the end. You know? God gets to decide in the end, even though I think that's crazy to say. God gets to decide in the end how predators are dealt with, you know? Probably a good thing. Probably a good thing, I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I would not do good.
Context. Romans 3:23 says all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, which is true, but not all sin the same amount. James 2:10 says whoever keeps the whole law and yet stumbles at just one point is guilty of breaking all of it, which is true, but not everyone breaks the law to the same extent. It's like how Jesus said looking at a woman lustfully is a violation of the commandment to not commit adultery, but obviously physically committing adultery is a greater violation of the seventh commandment than looking at a woman lustfully, even though both are sins that deserve hell. But one justifies divorce and the other does not. I just looked at you lustfully, which means I already committed adultery with you. Might as well finish the job.
That's not how that works.
What these passages are trying to say is that all are...
on this the other day.
Huh?
So somebody was pressuring me on my pronouns, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. My pronouns are am married. I'm a hubby-sexual. I'm only attracted to my husband.
Yeah.
And they were so offended.
Were they really?
It's like, what? I'm married. I'm married. What's wrong with that?
That's kind of funny.
Are equal in that they are guilty of sin, but not all are equally guilty of sin. So if this is pretty clearly wrong, why do people keep saying this? Well, it's well-intentioned. It's meant to humble us, to show that we're no better than Stalin. But that's not true. You all...
I disagree with that statement. I think I'm way better than Stalin. I didn't kill a whole bunch of people like he did. I'm still a sinner, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm better than Stalin.
So okay, so keep on. This is Momma Occo's testimony, and the only thing I know is that she's
Thank you.
$20. So obviously, I agree with everything she. No,
One of the things I disagree with a lot of people with is Luke chapter 22
I'm gonna
verse
look that up.
36 is also talking about actual self-defense, since before the King James Bible it was thou shalt not murder, not kill, so Jesus said stay strapped or get capped.
22:36. Luke 22:36. That here. Hold on. Then said he unto them, but now he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip, and he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. I'm confused. Do people say that you shouldn't arm yourself? Like, Jesus is literally saying in this, get a sword. I mean, I agree with Jesus when he said, get a sword. Although in this day and age, it's get a gun to protect yourself. Oh, that's funny, though. That's funny, that's funny. It's a good one. Thank you, Noir. I appreciate that.
You are better than Stalin, so congratulations. But that's not relevant, and it shouldn't give you pride, because you're not supposed to compare yourself to Stalin, you're supposed to compare yourself to Jesus.
Well, I am going to compare myself to Stalin just for a little bit, just to say, yes, I am better than Stalin. Just a tiny bit, okay? I'm still a sinner, but I didn't kill people like Stalin did, so I'm better.
And compared to Jesus, you're worse than Stalin. And while the intention of saying all sin is equal is to humble us, sometimes it ends up trivializing sin. Sweetheart, you can't date Kyle. He runs a drug cartel in Brazil. But Dad, you said the F word once, so you're just as bad. You can't judge him. So while not all of us are guilty of the same amount of sin, all of us deserve hell based on the sins we have committed. But luckily, Jesus took on the penalty of all the sin of the world, so if we trust in him, we don't have to pay any of it. As Romans 8:1 says, there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. And as John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son,
I know that
whoever
scripture
believes
by
in him
heart.
shall not perish but have eternal life. So the hope of eternal life should inspire us to sin less and less, not so we can earn our way into heaven, but so that we can live in the kingdom of heaven right here and now.
Interesting. Interesting. Chat, if you don't mind my personal opinion, there are some sins that suck more than others, but all sin suck. All sin sucks, but not all sins are created equally.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a fair thing to say. Not all sin is created equally, but all sin sucks. Period. I hope that's not confusing. Starting to think I might be boned in the afterlife? No, don't say that, Tape. You're a very innocent Wiggler, alright? Wigglers are innocent creatures, alright? But yeah. Obviously all sin is bad, but like some sins are worse than others, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If one sin can get your fingers cut off because of thievery, as opposed to another, then yeah, one is worse than the other. I think that's pretty comparable. But yeah, this is a very interesting guy. He doesn't seem like a lolcow to me. He just seems like an interesting zoomer that tried to doodle. That like doodled very interestingly. But yeah. Anyway, chat. I'll be back tomorrow with Warhammer. We're doing Warhammer tomorrow. For all of you Warhammer nerds, we're going to Warhammer tomorrow. I can't remember off the top of my head because I'm tired who we're talking about. Temp, who are we talking about tomorrow on Warhammer?
I believe you're talking about Space Marines, but I'm not going to be there.
Fair enough.
Because, you know, I'm not invited to these things.
That's not true, though. But anyway, why can't I raid somebody on Kick? Kick is not letting me raid people. Why? Why can I not raid people on Kick? Okay, I guess I'm not raiding on Kick. All right, chat. I'm sending you to my wife, Ryan. Hope you guys have a good night. I will see you tomorrow night. Peace and love. Peace.